Hey, so, are you ready to have some fun? Because I am.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to kick ass.
Anything
could happen.
Oh, that is gross. Do you think you can handle it?
Make some noise!
Today is Tuesday.
It is.
Welcome to Back and Forth with Wes and Mike. I'm Wes.
I'm Mike.
And when this comes out, it'll be Thanksgiving Day.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Probably my favorite holiday, really, of all of them.
Well, that's my second one. Christmas is my first, but Thanksgiving's my second.
I just like it because it's less stress. I just stress out because of the gifts.
Yeah, that's true. I do, too. I think everybody probably does, though.
Sure. Yeah, it's probably... I think it goes halfway. Half people love Thanksgiving, they don't care. Christmas, the other people hate it.
Exactly. 6 to 1, half a dozen another.
Anyways, it's the best background we could find for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, it's fitting. It suits the purpose.
There's no turkey on it. Looked like they got some... What do you think that is? Maple syrup?
They just didn't bring the turkey out yet. It's still cooking. It's in the oven.
Oh, that's true.
It's still basting.
Yeah, you don't bring it out now and let it get cold.
Yeah,
for everybody by the time
look
they
at
get to the
everybody's
table.
not even there yet. The chairs.
Plus, you could tell it's cold. Look at the snow coming down in the background.
Yeah.
They got the fire going.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's cozy. We should do our podcast from there.
Make sure
if
if that starts to die down, we put some fire on that.
Keep an eye on it.
I want to keep it going for them.
Keep an eye on that. What's going on in news? Anything going on in news that you can think of this week? Or since our last recording?
Well, I see here that the Giants fired Jason Garrett today.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like it was a good idea to hire your rival for offensive coordinator.
He didn't do anything when he was on the Cowboys. They had the same record basically that you guys have this year.
He lasted just 26 games.
Really?
That's all he made, and he's shit canned. See you later.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of when he was the head coach for Cowboys, that was kind of a last minute deal anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
they kind of threw him in there, and he kind of did all right first couple of games. So they're like, "Oh, maybe we got the ticket here," and then it didn't turn into.
I thought it was a bad idea from the start. Anyway, I don't even know why they hired him, but of course, the Giants don't let me make a decision for him. So I guess I rank as a nobody to them. So
if
they basically do whatever they want.
If they came to you Monday morning, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
You could tell them all what they did wrong and everything.
Just let Monday morning quarterback them.
Yep.
He started out so good last night. I was watching the game, man. I started getting to the Jack Fire and the vodka as we started to lose. I had to ease the pain a little bit, but we tied the game. They come right out of the shoot. Tampa Bay scores a touchdown right away, immediately, so I'm already pissed off. We ended up tying it pretty quick, and then we couldn't score.
It's easy to get over it in the beginning, and as the quarters go on, it gets harder and harder. It starts to piss me off more and more when the other team.
When it was a tie game, I was all excited, and then we scored 10 points. That was it. We never scored again. There was
a shoot. Who was it? Seahawks or something? Didn't score anything. It was like 42-0. I can't even remember the game. I'd have to look it up, but
doesn't surprise me.
It was something weird. Which got shut right out. But anyways, I didn't think when Garrett went to maybe because sometimes I think they think that they'll work with different players better. The coaches will work, but he didn't do shit when he was in the Cowboys. So
no,
we could almost see the way that was going to go.
No,
when he went over there.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jason Garrett. Now you'll be home in time to be with your family.
Yeah, what are you going to do about Christmas? Now, of course, he's got enough money probably in the bank. He don't give two shits.
Yeah, he's real worried about Christmas, I'm sure.
So that brings up my point. If you have money, there's way less stress when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, but I feel like there's stress other ways. I don't really know how, but
I don't like shopping. Period. Even if I was
it's not like the money brings happiness though, and there's probably
money does bring happiness.
Wow,
it does bring happiness. I've never seen a millionaire. Well, I'm sure they are behind the scenes pissed off, but when you're buying a $220,000 Ferrari, you're pretty happy.
How long is that going to keep you happy for, though?
About 6 months, and then you buy something else to keep happy.
Exactly, just like the lady that comes with it.
What lady comes with it?
If you got money and you buy a Ferrari, you know you're going to get a girl with it.
Oh,
Just goes hand in hand.
yeah, I guess so.
What, I got to teach you everything?
Well, I don't really want it. I don't subscribe to those lessons.
I'm surprised you didn't get a little footrest there.
I got it here. We got it good now. You going to shut up today, or are you going to talk this 2 hours?
You got your fucking slippers on. Why don't you wear your comfy pants?
I should. Well, if I wasn't on camera, I would be. So
They can't
that's
see it
another
anyway.
thing. We went out. The first episode went on YouTube Monday morning at
Yes, it
midnight.
did, finally.
Or wasn't? What is midnight in the morning? Is it still midnight? So like you say like Monday at midnight. I assume in my head Monday at midnight is like the end of Monday going into Tuesday.
I would agree with that. I think
So
the
what
same
would we
thing.
call it? Would you just call it Monday morning? I mean,
Sunday,
it has to be
I don't know, Sunday at midnight. I don't. It's easy enough.
So yeah, all right. So we just say
I
Sunday
guess.
at midnight instead of Monday at morning time at 0000.
100 hours.
Anyway, so the YouTube video came out Monday at midnight.
You just fucked that all up.
Sunday at midnight. Yeah.
We just went over this and you fucked it up right away.
Oh God,
We're back to this
That's gonna be
again.
one of them days.
Oh, I can already see it.
We got about 2 more hours of you getting me through these sentences like this.
I don't know how much longer I can do it. I'm getting quite tired, to be honest with you.
The video did pretty good for not having any subscribers. I think we're up to 23 subscribers, which is nothing. But for the amount of
now, but
as it for the one here, I'll look it up where we're talking about for the amount of time that it's been up in one video. So it's hard to watch 2 hours of two guys sitting and talking. But the reason I wanted to put it on YouTube is because I used to, like, if the podcasts weren't on Spotify or iHeart or any of those, I would go on YouTube and put them on and just flip my phone over while I was driving so I couldn't
just to
see
listen to it.
Right, and just listen to it through Bluetooth. So it's just another platform for people who don't want it. Because a lot of people I find out, they don't understand how to get to our podcast because a lot of people don't have Spotify or iHeartRadio. A lot of people don't even know what Spotify is. Where to you and me, it's like no big deal, but to them, it's like I don't know how to get to that. So I figured YouTube would give them a good.
By God, we got enough links and putting enough advertisement out there. They got to know us.
Oh my God, on our
it's everywhere. I put it everywhere.
our Facebook page, I'm putting that stuff up all the time.
That's what I mean. It's not that hard to find us. Trust me.
And when the episodes come out, they automatically go to the Facebook page. I got it linked. So. Oh, that's our thing. As soon as they launch,
We already did the intro. What are you doing here?
well, that's the trailer on the channel. So
I'm telling you, you got about one more episode in you. You make fucking mistakes again, and you're done.
I am.
This will be you talk about this is your business and your big break.
This is gonna play. You ready?
You can join Jason Garrett in the fucking unemployment line if you keep it up.
96 views. I mean, I guess it's not great for a YouTube.
For the first one, though.
But the first damn one, it's kind of nice. I can't see on here the subscribers.
Could be worse.
I'm sure it's somewhere I could see it on there, but anyway, so that came out. That's doing good. I'm happy about that. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing. I got to see. I might just do like clips, like take apart clips, like 3 or 4 clips from each one and post them
Like our funny moments.
instead. Yeah.
Look at me, I'm already on, and we just started. I'm already.
You're gonna have to carry me through this one again, bud.
Gonna have to carry me through this one, Bob.
I'm waiting for that. I'm already waiting for
If
that.
you could spit it out.
I can't say that this time. Mike actually came up with some stuff. He comes in here. He's got his iPad ready to go. He's got news articles picked out. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that.
That's because you fucking yelled at me. I had no choice. You're like, I ain't gonna do it all, motherfucker.
Oh,
you better find some notes.
I can't. I don't have any time to find. I try to find like some cool news stories and stuff in the beginning before we start. And I'm like, God damn it, you do some of that. I'm doing
And
the
what'd I
editing.
tell you?
Bring up some shit to
What'd I
talk
tell
about.
you?
He told me to fuck off.
And I said, I'm a natural. I just go with the flow. I don't need notes.
So then he got us.
I'll smash this fucking tablet, and the show will still be good because of me.
Oh yeah.
Lions don't tell other people they're lions.
Yeah. Smash it. I'll look up the notes over here.
Yeah.
I'll just go back to like the first 6 episodes. Anyway, I was like proud of him. I thought that was really awesome. I was like, God damn it. Look at him. He's got this, taking it serious. He's coming up here. He's got topics he wants to go over and all sorts of ideas. It's great.
I really have no choice because even when I'm not here, I have to hear about this podcast 24/7.
Well, 'cause
I have no choice but to take it serious because I literally have to live it. Even
Yeah.
when I'm home trying to live my life with the family, my phone is blowing up. I'm getting text, Bub, what do you, this, that, sounds, this, we got to advertise it. I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm just gonna quit and just let you do it. I'm just gonna let you do it.
I'd have nobody to talk to, nobody to pick on.
I'll sit over here in a chair off the scenes. It would be like me sitting here, only I won't be on camera and I won't be talking. I'll just be over here.
I'd have to find a whole nother lion to tell everybody how tough he is.
Well, that's not going to be easy because
No, I know.
you're not going to find another lion as tough as this one. I can tell you right now. Look at my, what do they call them? Their manes.
Your mane. It does look like a mane.
I got a nice mane.
It's got that kind of orangish, brownish color
It'll
to
be
it.
covered with blood if you keep it up.
You look like you just got done with a Giselle.
Yeah, I'm going to chew your
A
fucking...
gazelle.
Yeah, a Giselle.
Is it Giselle or Gazelle? Giselle is a name of a girl.
Yeah, remember last 2 episodes or whatever?
Gazelle is the...
Yeah.
They're like a... What, like a deer?
You know what I realized? Yeah, they are.
Right.
They're type.
Oh,
You know
here
what
we
I-
go.
you
What
know
did you realize? Oh, I bet you they can't wait.
I was watching the YouTube video,
Yeah.
and we were talking about your salt shaker there, where it looks like you're blowing somebody.
Mhm. That's the point.
And whatever I was saying, I was like, yeah, it looks good with your eyes out and your tongue open.
Mhm.
You didn't catch that?
No, you didn't catch it? That's the whole reason I brought that up, is to get people riding in their car to drive down the road looking like that.
I'm saying I said that though. Listen, I said this or that. I said with your eyes out and your tongue's open.
Oh, no.
It should be your eyes
I
open
didn't
and
even
your
catch
tongue.
it that time. You
It's-
just said it there, and I didn't catch it.
It's in
till
the
you
video.
explained
I
it
was
to me.
watching it. I just did one of these. I was like, "What you fucking dummy!" Listen,
I'll have to pay
I'm a
attention.
redneck. Everybody, it's you know what I mean. You're lucky I talk as good as I do.
I'll have to pay attention next
That's
time
in there.
I watch
I'm
it.
sure other people caught it. They'll laugh.
Or whatever. I thought you were saying I didn't catch what I was doing, and that's exactly. And I'm glad you brought this up, because the whole point of that was to try to trick people into looking like they were blowing somebody while they were driving down the road.
You got yourself twice with it.
Yeah. Well, the first time they got me good. The radio show I was listening to, they got me good, and I literally did that as I'm driving down the road until I realized what was going on. And I'm like, oh my god, I look like an idiot.
I so wish that I was just a person driving down the road and saw you doing that.
Well, they played it out so long too. I mean, they must have it was like a 10-minute spot on that morning show. They just kept going and going and going with it, and I just had to believe it. I was like, yeah, right. Let's see if it works.
You know, there's a name for that. Gullible.
Yes, and I was that day. I certainly was. Let me know. Go to Facebook or email us if we got any of you guys with it. I hope we at least got one person. I hope we at least got one.
I bet we did.
Somebody must
Here's
have.
the thing. I bet you got at least one or maybe more, but I don't know if anybody will admit to it.
That's true.
Maybe they will, but who
That's
knows?
true. Yeah,
I guarantee
you didn't
you.
get me, and meanwhile they're snickering because they know that they were driving down the road.
He
blowing
got
somebody.
himself twice. Come on, we had to have got somebody else.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed. I'll admit it. They got
gives
me
a
the
shit?
first time. That's what I thought was funny about it. I was like, oh, you fuckers. You know, after I'm halfway through doing it and driving down the road, I'm like, you bastards.
I got to tell you, you never looked so good, bub, than you did at that moment.
Even if I was down on my knees, that would have looked even better.
Yeah, that would have been the icing on the cake.
If people weren't driving, I would have added that in somehow.
Really put a
Get people on their
twinkle
knees.
in my eye.
So yeah, that was good. I'm glad we got that in there. I'm glad you brought it up, because I forgot all about it actually until you did. And
Well,
I
I
wanted
felt
to
like
see.
an idiot when I said that. That's why when I watched it back.
You felt like an idiot saying. I felt like an idiot when I'm driving
That's
down
true.
787 blowing the air.
That's true. Now that I think about it, yeah. Look how you look doing it, and I just said I don't feel so bad about messing up that saying now.
Well, anyways, let us know if that happened to you guys. If any of you, if you guys did it and fell for it, let me know.
Or let us know if you tasted the salt too. You know.
Yeah, maybe that worked too. Yeah. Actually, that'd be better. Just let us know that, and we'll go from there. We'll put the rest of it.
We'll use
together.
our imagination.
Mm-hmm. So Thanksgiving, this comes out on Thanksgiving. So let's talk about some Thanksgiving stuff. You said earlier your favorite food on Thanksgiving was ham.
Well, I mean, I have a couple other, but I prefer a ham over a turkey.
Right. You've never been big on like chicken, ham, chicken,
I mean, I'll
turkey,
eat, like,
poultry
I'll eat-
type of stuff.
Not really chicken, but I'll eat turkey like a cold cut, like the sliced. But I don't know. I just don't really care. I like it the next day, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Like turkey sandwiches
I like that too.
with the mayo, salt, and pepper. That's my favorite. But on Thanksgiving dinner, my mother always makes a ham. So, and she actually bought me a ham this year. She's in Florida, as I said last time, but she got me a ham, so I have a spiral ham. So we'll have both. We're gonna have turkey and ham because Jamie and my sister and them.
But given
they
the
like
option, you'll pick the ham
I
over
prefer a ham.
I do love ham.
Oh, so you ever had the
Like
spiral
Christmas
ham?
oh yeah. Like
Oh.
Christmas ham. Oh my God, I love that. So
Oh.
I could see why you would like it on Thanksgiving. I don't
Oh.
mind turkey. I like turkey. But I know you're not a big fan of
I'll literally take like one, maybe two little pieces just to eat it, but
Mhm.
it's ham for me. And then the baked beans with the bacon.
What would you say your favorite meat, not just Thanksgiving, but your favorite meat in general is, period?
Probably ham.
Overall, like you would take a piece of ham over a steak?
Yeah. I
Really?
like ham, especially the spiral. And then I put like that honey glaze on it.
Yep.
You take like a spicy mustard and brown mustard and mix
Mustard?
it. Brown mustard.
What's it, ART at the end? Mustard?
Mustard? Yeah.
Some-
Listen, you want to make fun of me about talking?
I can't even. At least you're coming out with the word.
The only fucking thing you've been doing the last 3 episodes is
stumbling. That was because
That's
of
all you-
candy.
yeah, okay.
That was because of the candy.
You can't talk, and all you do is smack. So don't be throwing stones at a glass house when you live in a glass house, bud.
So we, you're 100% correct. Last week, episode 7. Not last week. I always say that. Episode 7 came out Monday.
Yes.
We started the testing for the sugar-free candy. I'm not going to bring it up right now. We'll bring it up either before the break or after the
I know.
break.
I'm kind of curious how the result. I'm kind of curious how you made out.
I'll give you a little teaser of what happened. This is actual footage of me.
I was just standing there and I was on register. My stomach started to hurt really bad and I was like, it's okay, I just have to fart. And I just let it come out because I thought it was a fart. And it was diarrhea. I shit my pants at work.
That sounded just like you. I
know.
believe
it was
that's
me.
you.
It was me. I
believe
recorded that
it.
on my phone because I was embarrassed of what happened when I was at the cash register.
I believe it. It sounds just like you.
Anyway, that gives kind of a taste of how that testing went. But
it sounds like it went according to plan.
it went pretty much as everyone
According to
told me it
plan.
would. Yeah, but I had to do it for myself. I was never like my dad and my mom would teach me things or try to teach me things when I was younger, and I would listen, but then I would just do what I wanted anyway and have to learn my own way.
You like to learn the hard way.
Yes, that's it would like with tickets and
Glutton
stuff.
for punishment.
They always told me don't speed, wear your seatbelt, the whole nine. I was like, I'm too good for that. And then about 12 tickets later, it's like, okay,
Gets expensive.
yeah, they knew what they were talking about. I better wear my seatbelts. My kids aren't going to listen either. It's just the way. It's how it is. You got to learn the hard way. You get sick of paying the tickets.
I think that's the whole point of it. Kids don't listen. They got to learn on their own. That's how they grow up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they become who they are.
That's right. So you can't go. So like we were talking about that one episode with my son and the phone and all that stuff and getting in that argument.
I still think that was witty, man. That was good.
The
If Jamie ever tries to take my phone away, I'm just going to give her a broken one. She'll never know.
yeah.
That's all.
There you go. Does Jamie do that?
Yeah,
take
she
your phone
grounds
away?
me all the time. Sends me to the room, spanks me.
Wow, that's you have her do that.
Oh, we were talking about grounding. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
Did she get you in? She gets you in trouble? Does she?
Yeah.
She call you
does.
daddy when she's doing it?
Oh God, I hate that.
Do you?
It's a turnoff.
Yeah, it is me too. It is me too. Yes, daddy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, daddy.
Yeah. Oh,
Good
daddy.
old TikTok. Good old TikTok. Right, full of.
So I wish I could remember. I saw a video just the other day, something I wanted to remember and bring up.
Mhm.
And of course I forgot, but something about girls, like we were talking about how TikTok, how they put on there, basically acting like a slut or whatever. And then they're like, oh, we're just joking. It's for jokes. Like, no, it's fucking not. Like, but I can't remember the video now, so I'm not going to go too in depth because it's not going to make any sense because I can't explain it.
Yeah,
But
what were they wearing?
basically nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a napkin.
But don't you post a video burning out on there.
Oh, I know. I get
Holy
my
shit.
stuff. I posted a video of me burning out on the bike.
You're lucky they don't suspend your account permanently for burning out.
Yeah.
But if you want to get on there and naked or basically seashells covering your privates, go for it.
Yep. Well, so there was one I saw on there of a girl breastfeeding, and
I seen the same one. I know.
yep, I posted that, but then I stitched it, and at the end there was like a baby. You couldn't see anything because the baby was breastfeeding. At
I
the
never
end,
finished watching it. As soon as I couldn't see anything, I gave up.
yeah, that was nasty stuff. I don't watch that nasty shit. You're Christian, ain't you? You're Catholic.
Neither.
No, but he doesn't like nudity. I'll tell you that. That's part of his religion.
Yeah.
So anyway, I posted that, and then at the end of it, I stitched it with me telling that baby to get the hell out of the way. It was my turn, more or less. They shut that off. I went back and looked. They left her video up, which actually was the part that had like the nudity, quote unquote, in it.
Yeah, and all you did was say it's my turn or something.
Yeah, I was fully dressed, adding a sentence to the end of it. They
Basically-
shut mine off, left hers on. I was like, I don't understand. If anything, shut hers off and mine off. It wouldn't have bothered me so bad. They don't get it. So TikTok is the touchiest of all social medias.
I agree.
Of
It's
all
fucked
platforms.
up. It makes no sense. I've literally seen videos on there, and I'm not a Karen, but because some of my stuff gets taken, I'll post something about my political view or whatever, or just something about Trump, whether I support him or not. I just post something about it. Somebody will report it, gets taken down against community guidelines or whatever. But then you could see literally half naked girls or whatever. So I'll report them just out of spite to be like, okay, they don't do anything about it.
Just as like a test.
Just as a test. But they don't take that down.
Political stuff is tough because I think if people don't believe in what you believe in, they're spiteful and they're just going to report you.
But there's nothing. There's no nudity, no foul language, nothing.
Right.
And they take it down.
They just
because
don't like your
it doesn't
opinion.
meet their agenda or doesn't go along with whatever Karen doesn't like.
I'm starting to see that too. Right. It's not that you did anything wrong, other than the fact that TikTok doesn't believe in what you believe in, so they got to get rid of it.
Absolutely, 100%. It's bullshit.
That's
And then,
cancel
like,
culture.
And,
I mean,
then,
it's
like I
just-
said, I'll report a video, whatever. It could be a guy kicking his dog. That's animal abuse. So I'll report it for animal abuse as a test.
it
Nothing.
only gets higher with the amount of followers you have, too. It only gets harder, I should say, with the amount of followers.
Well, I don't
So
have to worry about that because I don't have
the
many.
more followers you have, the more of an influence you are. So they're quicker to take your shit down because they don't want you influencing a point of view that doesn't align with theirs.
Well, then I'm really surprised that my shit gets taken down at all. Because with about a whopping 5 followers, I don't think I'm influencing
yeah, but
anybody.
the one that did get taken down had a pretty good view count, didn't it?
I had to post it 3 times. It's still up now. It got left this time.
Did it? They gave up
It's got
on
like
it?
800,000 views, and I don't know. That was a good one. That was my biggest one ever.
I find that's a good tip for people that do this and can't figure out how to get around that. Whenever I post a TikTok video, it saves to my gallery, and I keep it there for a little while. And if it gets deleted, I just repost that. And 9 times out of 10, that stays. The second
The one of
stays.
them, the one when I posted it, I can't remember if it's this third one or not because it got taken down twice. But I literally put on there basically TikTok keeps taking it down. Fuck them. Like it and share it to.
Is that the one that stayed?
I think this is the one that stayed. I basically told I was like, fuck TikTok,
Yeah.
like and share this and blow it up because they keep deleting it, and that's the one that stayed, and it blew up. I mean, biggest one I've ever had.
It's weird. I'd like to see how they go about picking which ones stay and which ones
I don't
don't.
really think it's TikTok themselves that go through and see your video and delete it or whatever.
I think it's computer.
That or it's mainly I think people literally are reporting it though.
Right, and then it brings it to their
Like
attention.
if nobody ever reports it, they're never going to care about it. So
Right.
nobody obviously reported it this time. I'm assuming
Of all the videos on TikTok, how can they look through every single one?
There's no way.
They'd have to have 30,000 people looking through them all
I can
day
sit
long.
up till 4 a.m. every single night, and I still can't watch them all. So how are they going to go through them all?
Right. It's got to be a computerized thing, and then it doesn't. And then when somebody, like you said, when somebody reports it, it kind of like
Red flag or something.
and then they
Yep.
might start looking at it or something like that. Anyway, basically anything you post is
So
red
if you're
flag.
listening, fuck you, TikTok.
Yeah.
That's what I think of that.
Well, I wish I could post burnout videos.
Yeah,
They say it's too dangerous.
Yeah, it's absolutely dangerous. God, you might blow your own tire. You might have to. You might have to spend your own money on a new tire. You can't do that. But Susie over here can flop her fucking titties down around her knees, and that's okay.
You guys can't see it on the audio, but on the video, you could actually. Mike's actually got his titties out to his knees right now,
Yes, I do.
flopping around,
Well, I
and I
might
don't
as-
mind.
might
I don't.
as well.
I'm not. This isn't cancel culture here.
Yeah, this is okay. We can do this.
I'm glad that you're open enough
I wonder
to
if the
have them
listeners
out.
are like,
They're going to go to YouTube now. They want to see them titties.
Yeah, you're welcome, baby.
They want to see them beautiful areolas or whatever they're called.
You'll thank me later, huh?
Oh, we were talking
think
about
they're-
your
I think
favorite
they're-
meat. I thought for sure cock was going to come up.
They got to be a nice B or C cup, I think.
Oh, yeah, he left that out. He tries to kick. It's the Christian.
You asked me my favorite food, not yours, so don't try. Come on. All right.
Well, we know what mine is. It's just, actually, I would say either steak or ham. If it's not a holiday, I would say steak or ham. On a holiday, probably ham.
I like them spiral hams a lot.
They're good. Well, they're sweet. You get them with like the brown sugar on them.
That's what I'm saying,
Do you ever
that
put
glaze.
pineapples on them? Stick pineapples?
I
love that.
Yeah, I love pineapples. I've had it on there. I don't typically do it, but I'll have the pineapples on the side.
What's your favorite food on Thanksgiving besides the meat? Like a side? What would you pick?
It'd probably have to be the baked beans with bacon or the coleslaw.
Oh, I forgot about baked beans.
I like both. I like mashed potatoes, but I'm not a huge fan.
You know what? I don't know if I've ever had coleslaw on Thanksgiving. That's to me is more of a summer thing, but I think I would like it at Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I think it would go good with
Yep.
everything.
I like broccoli and cheese, believe it or not, even though I don't look healthy. I like that. That's a good side.
Well, that's not that. The broccoli's good, but then you overrule it with a fucking
Well, do you
half
look at
a
me?
pound of cheese on it.
Again,
you need
the
substance.
listeners might not be able to see it, but on YouTube they could see it.
They
You
can
could see
tell.
why I can't eat just broccoli. I'm not healthy. I don't like.
They
that.
can tell your diaphragm comes up through the microphone. Big
yeah.
giant diaphragm.
I got 6 chins.
Yeah, they keep bumping them into the mic.
Yeah,
That's how they know.
That's how I move the mic around. I don't even have to use my hands. I just use my chins. Move this fucker. Get over here.
Stuffing,
That's good. I don't mind that.
but it can't be.
So
So
it comes out of a turkey.
my mom's
I don't like the
father
turkey.
was he loved to cook and he was great at it. But the one thing I couldn't stand was that he would make green stuffing, and I don't know what he put in it that made it green.
Probably food coloring.
We always used to like pick on him about it. We'd call it the
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
I'll talk for you. Don't
thank
worry.
you.
I'll not only talk for myself for these 2 hours, but I'll talk for you as well.
Well, listen, that's a hard one to say because I almost said Franksgiving. So you could see that one. I'm not gonna. Normally,
Oh,
if
my
I
God.
screw up on my words, I'll take the blame. That one was a tough one because I was thinking Thanksgiving and Frankenstein. It came out Franksgiving. So, anyways, that's not my fault. But I like. So, actually, the truth of it is, I like cheap stuffing, like stovetop.
Go figure.
God,
I would have never suspected you to like something cheap.
I don't normally. Normally, I try to get I'd rather pay for stuff one time and have it last. My grandfather, he buys a new chainsaw every year because he buys the $70 one at Lowe's, like the Craftsman or whatever.
Instead of just buying one good one and be done with it.
Yeah, Craftsman,
Basically,
Poulon, whatever.
One good one and maintain it, I should say, sharpen the blade and stuff and be good for years.
Right, so every year he's got to buy a new one for $70, $80, or I'll buy one for $400, and he's always like, I can't believe you spent that much money on it. It's like, well, yeah, but this is my 6th year having this thing, and it runs just fine.
After he buys 3 or 4 of his, he's already spent that money as well.
Right, and he always wants me to come over and try to get him started for him.
Hey, could you bring your steel over? Mine's not running. Like, oh, Gramps, funny you ask.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. I used to run steel. Now it's Husqvarna because
you don't run any of them anymore, really.
Not really,
stopped doing
unless I need them.
You have them for your own if you need them for something.
Yeah, which I never really do. I don't have many trees in the yard.
The neighbors take them down for you anyway at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, did I ever tell you what I think I figured out what that was?
No.
But
you're gonna.
He's got a car dolly out back. And now that I remember that video, seeing it in memory, it does actually kind of look like a car dolly.
You come get it at 3 a.m. Well, maybe.
Well, if you break down, it's the only guy you know. I would call you if you had a car dolly.
Maybe a buddy wrecked with a few too many in them.
Yeah, hey, can you bring that car dolly down? All right, well, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're out. You know what I mean? That would also explain why it was in the pouring rain, because you need it now. You know what I mean? I got to get this car home.
Fair enough.
A lot cheaper to give you $50 or $100 than it is to pay $300-$400 to have
you
it towed.
Don't fucking give me nothing.
I wouldn't give you I don't even give you advice.
I wouldn't take it anyway.
I believe
you don't have enough followers for me. You don't influence me.
I don't influence anybody. I don't never understand any of that, to be honest with you. You got any memories from Thanksgiving? I kind of want to keep on the Thanksgiving thing a little bit. We talked about our favorite dish, our favorite type of meat.
I don't know about memories. I mean, they're all good. Obviously, just a good time with family and stuff. But I don't know anything that would like stand. Nothing that like stands out of the ordinary. That I'd be like, oh my god, I spit stuffing out my nose on this one or something.
That's a different memory that we have between you and me when we were at Denny's that one night years ago.
Oh, wasn't it coffee?
Yep,
you did that, right?
Well, it was a mix between coffee and mozzarella stick.
Oh yeah,
and there was about 8-10 of us sitting at this big huge table, all drunk. That's where we went after we've been drinking all night and out at the bars.
Good
or whatever.
Old Denny's.
Go to Denny's. That's not even there anymore.
The one on Wolf Road isn't it?
That one is, I think. But that one is.
Yeah, the other one. That's a Five Guys now.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I love Five Guys.
I believe it. At once or one at a time?
And their burgers aren't bad either.
You like them at once or would you just one at a time?
However I can get it.
That's true. So we were at the table. Of course, we were all screwed up and drunk. By then, we're kind of like coming down, you know what I mean? I think that's why we'd go there. And I ordered mozzarella sticks, and I had coffee to kind of wake me up, because it's probably 2, 3 in the morning.
At least.
It must have been. I mean, that was when shit ended back when we were that age, probably 18, 19, however old we were. And there was 8 or 10 of us at the table. This is probably my most embarrassing story, period. I was eating mozzarella stick, I took a sip of coffee, and I swallowed wrong at the same time. Well... So what I did, instead of like trying, because I knew...
You were trying to hold it in, I think.
Yeah, you know how when you swallow wrong, you get like a split second to react, first of all. And second of all, so I didn't want the shit spraying out of my mouth on everybody's food. So I like cramped my mouth down so it couldn't come out.
Well, it came out.
Well, it looked like a giant booger hanging on my nose. That piece of mozzarella cheese shot right out of my nose. Well, at that point, once you feel something going to your nose, it's like I panicked and my mouth opened all over everybody's food that night.
Disgusting.
Chunks of shit. That was the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever done.
That was disgusting. You know what I find funny about that, though, is the fact that you can remember that, basically details of what you ordered, but you can barely remember yesterday or the day before sometimes.
Well, it's different memories.
But you could be like, yeah, 20 years ago, I ordered a steak medium rare.
That just goes to show something's wrong with my short-term memory and not with my long-term memory.
Well, there's something wrong with you in general, but I'll
of course, certain things I don't. So I'm better with long-term memory, but even then, I don't think some things I just couldn't remember unless we brought them up. Like I would have never thought of that story unless we were coming up with embarrassing moments or whatever.
That's true. Sometimes you say something and it just triggers it. I'll give you that.
I remember hunting. I used to go before I was old enough to even hunt. I used to go hunting with my father and my grandfather Thanksgiving. That kind of stopped. Those traditions and stuff go away over time, and it's kind of sucks. But
you've never been big into hunting, though.
No, I enjoy it, but I'll go out for, like, so like your dad, doesn't he go out in the morning before
Oh,
it's
my
even
God.
light, and he'll stay right there till
All
dark?
day.
Every day, all day.
He'll bring a sandwich or something. He'll just eat right in a tree stand.
I can't.
He'll literally go in at 4 a.m. and he'll come out at 5 at night, 6 at night, whatever.
Yeah, and so me and my father and grandfather are the same way, but opposite than you. Oh, so in other words, the three of us are the same, but we're opposite of how your dad is. We got about 2 hours in us. And my dad's like elbowing me. Let's go get some soup or some coffee or something.
Go get a beer, drive around. We'll see what we can see on the road.
Yeah, I can't
Shoot
sit
'em
there
right from
all
the
day.
road.
And I don't know how your dad does it. He must really, really enjoy it.
I think he just relaxes, to be honest with you. It's so
That's true. Nothing
peaceful,
out there.
quiet. My thing is I don't like getting up that early, and it's cold. Like, if you're just sitting still the whole time, you can't really move much, so you get cold. I know you could put the layers on. Of course, my father, he's got every kind of camo known to man and different colors and heaviness of them, and so I guess he's all right. But yeah, I'm not. I'll basically let him do the hunting, and then I just get some of the venison from him. So it's a win-win.
There's a time in the day that is the most cold of any time, and it's when and this is always perfect when you're hunting in the
Are
morning.
you a fucking weatherman now?
No, I've lived for 37 years, and I could tell you it's cold. You don't get up early enough to know, so you wouldn't. I'm trying to.
It's usually not that cold at noontime, 1
right.
o'clock.
The sun's usually pretty high in the sky.
I
by
got to
then.
admit, yeah.
But if you go out hunting, I remember, and this is the worst part of hunting before it gets light out. You go out in the dark and you sit there. Obviously, you can't hunt until the sun's out. But you get out there, you get all set up. Well, it's that time when the sky starts to get blue. Before that, like when the sun first comes out.
Sounds pretty.
It actually is really pretty to look at, but it's like blue. That is the coldest. Oh my God, it's like the cold. I don't care if you got 9 layers on. I get
hear
cold.
your teeth chattering right now just thinking about it.
Oh God. That's about. I either have to force myself through that to stay out there or not. Either way, though, after about an hour of being out there, I've had enough. I'll walk around if I see something. So I got to be a good trap shooter because everything I do is on the run.
You're not good at that either.
I'm very good at that. Remember
Are your grandparents?
Well, we did it there, but who was that girl that Harry knew that was like a professional? Heather.
She's damn good.
She's very good. Well, I beat her that day up at Harry's, remember?
She probably let you.
She didn't let me.
Okay.
Didn't let me.
She fucking shoots. That'd be like
I know. I was surprised too.
That'd be like you beating Tom. You ain't beating him.
Maybe I got lucky. Maybe I get lucky one time.
I just said she either let you or you got lucky.
Maybe I'm just naturally good at it.
Yeah, they do say even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Yeah, maybe it's like conolinguist with you. You're just naturally good at certain things.
Stop using big. Would you just look that word up before I got here?
No, but I wanted to use it because I knew you wouldn't know it, and maybe we could just let it slide by. But you knew it?
Well, what'd you do? Look it up before I got here?
No, I've known that word. Do you know what it means?
No.
I didn't. Blowjobs. Conolinguist. I don't even know if I'm saying it right though. Maybe I'm not saying it right.
I wouldn't surprise me.
So it's like blowjobs. I mean, you're just good at certain things. I'm just good at other things. You know what I mean?
We all got to be good at something.
I'm good at receiving them. You're good at giving them, and this is why we make such a great team here on the show.
Yeah, we make a good team. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God! You know why we do make a good team is because we allow each other to be dickheads to each other like that, and it doesn't bother us.
I don't have a choice, I guess.
What do you mean?
According to you, this is what the people want, so I'll just sit here and let you abuse me for fucking 2 hours, and I'll go home and cry myself to sleep tonight.
You think the people want that? I think sometimes the people think I'm being mean to you.
You are.
Oh, they're right.
They should see when this camera's not rolling. This is you being nice because everybody's going to see it.
Because I don't want to embarrass myself.
They don't have a choice. You don't have a choice because everybody's going to see it.
Well, that's right.
That camera shuts off.
Camera now too.
It's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Now I got.
That's why I've started wearing pants.
Yeah.
Instead of just boxers.
Yeah. Thank God.
Because they're going to see what goes on.
Thank God.
Oh, no. Anyway, so we went over your favorite food. Big or little Thanksgiving? Would you rather have everybody from your family, like the people in Florida? Would you rather have that, or would you rather have just your close, your mom, Rich, Jamie, just the main?
Just close. I mean, I'm not opposed to the whole big family, but that
right,
we've never really done that. So I guess one of those things you can't miss what you never had type deal.
Right.
I would certainly love to get the whole entire, which is actually my aunt wanted us all to go to Florida. That was the plan this year, was everybody to go to Florida to be together at her house. You know, my sister, me, and my mom. I mean, just everybody. But it didn't work out. So I'm okay with just the close, immediate family, my mom and my dad, or my sister.
I think so too. I think sometimes you could be more comfortable that way.
It could get overwhelming,
right?
I think too. It's
right.
Plus, it's a lot of work.
People.
I mean, I don't do the cooking, obviously, but it's a lot of work as well to prepare all that for
whoever does it. Right?
30
people
people
with
or
all
whatever.
that. Right.
And then the cleanup, which again, I don't do the cleanup. So actually, if I think about it, yeah, I don't care if 5 people or 55 people come. I'm going to sit to the table when the food's done and eat, and then when I'm done eating, I'm going to get up and go sit on the couch or take a nap while it gets cleaned up. So actually, yeah, it's not a big deal.
I think regardless, I'd rather have it smaller, just my immediate family. We do a Christmas party. The Grippin side of my family, my dad's side of the family does usually every year they have the Grippin party and everybody. And sometimes like you say, it's overwhelming. You go and it's a lot of people that you don't know, and then somebody meets somebody new, and their new wife shows up, and they had a kid. And I can't remember the names, and I know it sounds horrible. I don't know my own family's name, right? But
you don't see them all the time or whatever.
Like Bill or something gets married over the year and comes in, and nobody knew. Now it's like, so if I bring somebody like a girl or a friend or another family or whatever,
never happens.
I usually don't because of this reason right there. I have to try to introduce this person to all these people, and I don't know his new wife's name or her new husband's name or the new baby's name, and then I feel like a jerk. So sometimes I'm with you. I think sometimes I would rather just a couple of us, the close family. You can joke around, you can be more yourself. I think
absolutely.
It usually ends up being my grandfather, my grandmother, my aunt. I don't know what's going to happen this year, but it's usually my cousin and his wife.
I would imagine, because he just had the baby, I would imagine they would come, though.
I would think so, and the baby will be old enough.
It's the first Thanksgiving for the baby.
Yep.
I would imagine she's going to want to spend the first Thanksgiving with him, but of course, maybe your cousin's wife's family wants to spend it, so I don't know how they would work it, but you never know.
It used to be, and also my dad, when he was alive, would come with his girlfriend, Joanne, usually, and me, and if I have the kids, if they're not doing something special, I'll bring them, obviously.
Do you have them this year or no?
No, not this year. Not this year. Not that they're at an age now, and me and Casey get along well enough. If I wanted them and they had nothing going on, or if I was really like, even if they did, actually, she's great with this. I could be like, no, listen, I really got to have them this year. And she'd be like, okay, no problem.
I'll give you that. It's you guys do work good together with that.
Well, so
you could call her up right now and be like, yeah, I know it's a Tuesday, but I want to see him for a couple hours. She'd be like, okay.
Yeah, it works out so much better now with that.
Now, do you guys rotate, though? So if she's going to have them for Thanksgiving, do you get them for Christmas?
Well, it always just fell on whose week was whose.
Oh, you don't specifically make it. It just if
it's where it falls. But it's now, like I said, now that they're older,
though, you only get them on the weekends. So that's what I'm.
Well, right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the holidays do fall on the weekends, but some don't. So yeah, it's like the big ones. Still, we just work together now. It's not really a set schedule.
Or she'll have them Christmas. You'll get them Christmas Eve. She'll get them Christmas Day, or vice versa, or something.
Right. And it's not. Yes, we just decide. So, like I said, if it was a big deal, actually, maybe this year with the baby, maybe I could ask Casey and she'd understand and let him. But because of that, I always try to do my part and let her do what she needs to do also, because then if she has a request and she needs him for a birthday party on a weekend that I have him, that way, like one hand washes the other.
Fair enough.
Type of thing.
Boy, it's getting hot in here with that fire going, ain't it?
Well, between that and that light up there, my God.
Oh, God.
I got heat coming from both ends.
I went to the doctor and they tell me my vitamin D was low, so they got me on vitamin D pills. Don't even open your fucking mouth. I'm being honest here. I know what you were going to... Yeah. You act all innocent and you look at me.
I could have given you...
I wasn't going to say anything.
I could have given you the D prescription right here.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is I take these pills. All I have to do is come sit up here. It's basically a lack of sunlight. Well, I feel like I get it from this light, so, I mean, I don't have to take them anymore, I don't think.
No, just leave the sunlight on you here in the...
Yeah. I got to wear long sleeves so I don't get a sunburn.
So next time your doctor asks you about your D regimen, tell him I go to my buddy's house and get all the D I want.
She'll know that's a lie. You go to the same doctor.
That's true. I've got my physical there.
Yeah. And she knows what don't work and what does.
Oh, God.
Oh, you son of a bitch. How do you like me now?
That's right.
She seems real interested in your vitamin D, I got to tell you.
Jesus.
Boy, is she ever.
It works. It's just you got to get it angry. That's not what how does it go? It's not very big, but it's angry.
Yeah, an angry inch. It's only an inch, but it's angry.
That's right. Built like a tuna can.
You got to think of trees. That helps it.
It can't reach much unless it's on the side.
Yeah, when the leaves fall off.
What's something you hate at Thanksgiving? Absolutely will not eat no matter what. Somebody could put $1,000 on it and you won't eat it.
I don't think I've ever...
Olives.
No, I like them. There's nothing my mom has ever made that I wouldn't eat. But of course, I guess that would be.
Well, I'm not saying like your mom's cooking or what. I'm just saying like a food that's on, like, because it's like some people don't like yams and shit like that.
I don't eat them. So I guess
would you try them though? Like,
I would probably try them. I don't see why I wouldn't try them.
There's nothing that you're like, no, fuck, no, I'll get it away from.
Yeah, I like olives, pickles. I mean, the stuff. Yeah, I like it all. To be honest with you,
so
I can't really think of anything that I wouldn't try.
Basically,
as far as a Thanksgiving dinner goes, there's plenty that I wouldn't try in general. But
yeah, There's always before dinner at my house anyway. I'm sure it's
Snacks?
Like this, yeah, it's like you got the cheese, the crackers, the
Yep.
pepperoni, the stuff like that. And we always do like a round. My grandmother's got this old from like 1910, this round thing with like compartments in it. And
We
she's
got. I was just using it last night watching football. We have one.
is it got the middle thing?
It's
You can put like a
plastic.
sauce or something in
You
it.
can put the dip or whatever,
Yep.
and then it's got like 5 or 6 things. So you could put like olives and pickles or
Pickles,
chips,
olives,
what-
carrots,
whatever the hell
celery,
you want.
and broccoli.
Yep.
And then in the middle, she always puts
I
like
have one.
ranch
It's
or
about
something
so big around.
or whatever you
Yeah.
use on there. That
Yep,
ranch.
we have
well,
one.
So it's always the olives. So I'll eat anything on there except
Green
for
or
the-
black? You don't like
both.
either one?
I don't. However, I will try food that I don't like at least once a year to make sure. So every year at Thanksgiving,
You
I'll
try
try it, and I hate it every year. It's one thing.
What is it?
So
Just too like bitter for you, or just
I couldn't tell you to be honest. It's almost just like because they're like mushy, but it's not a texture thing. But that helps make me not like them. It just
know,
I
they
don't
make
like the taste.
they make a bunch of different kinds though. They make like garlic ones, and you like garlic, so maybe try those. And
I would try them.
That would be different, and maybe you would like them.
I'll try anything. I can't promise I'll like it, but I'll try anything.
I know. I see you when you go to a Chinese buffet. I'm like eating squid and octopus or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I actually like that though, like calamari. I love that at a bar. I never get it when I'm with you because usually I can't eat it all. So
Plus, I don't-
if you
plus
like,
I don't want
would
to
get
smell it, so I won't let you get it.
it. It's good though. Actually, didn't you try that? I feel like you tried a
Absolutely
piece.
not. Never, and I never will.
That's one thing, and you know how we are. That's one thing I'll tell you, and I know you'll never try it anyway. But if you did try it, I could hear you going, "Oh, it's not horrible."
You're probably 100% right, but I still just
We'll
won't
just
do it.
never get to that
Just
stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe you. I trust your opinion. To be honest with you, I got a lot of trust and faith in you.
I just
but
know you that well.
I'll be honest. I don't think I could ever bring myself. And I don't know why, because I'm not one of these people. Well, it's an oxymoron in a sense. I'm not one of these people who think, oh, because it's an octopus or squid or whatever, I won't eat it. Because I don't think, oh, this is a cow.
so the
and I'm
thought behind it isn't what bothers you.
yeah, it's not
at
like
all.
I don't like venison because it's a deer because I like venison. That doesn't affect me. So it's not that. I don't know what it is. I guess because I get on YouTube, I watch videos of some of these like foreign people.
Oh well, those are
the
they fuck
Korean
you
or whatever
up.
they are.
Yeah.
They literally take it live though. Like the one girl I was watching, and I know I don't have to do it this way, but I just get thinking in my head, she's eating one and it's like sticking to her face, and they
Because
tell
it's
you-
alive and,
Yeah,
like, trying to get
and they're
out.
like, you better chew it good, or else it's gonna. I'm just thinking it's gonna stick to. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I
Can't
get
do it.
Watching
Or it's
those,
live, they just bite the head right off, and
it's like
fucking
watching
gross.
videos about plane crashes before you take your first
Yeah,
flight.
that makes you want to get on a plane, right?
Right. It's
know?
just, I get what's happening. So yeah, that probably doesn't. I'll tell you though, thinking about that, over in Asia, I think it's in Asia, and I can't remember the name of it. They have these eggs. They're like larger. They're duck eggs, and they're larger than normal because they're duck eggs. And they break them in half and serve them to you. But the duck is
Are they cooked?
no. Not only are they not cooked,
So the embryo and everything's just
it's more than that. They're grown. These
What
ducks
the
are
fuck?
in there. They're like without the fur. You'd ever see a baby bird without the
Yeah.
fur? It looks like
They're
that,
hideous
but it's
looking.
a duck. And they crack the egg open and take the top half off, and you take them like a shot with the actual duck formed in that. That's one thing I will try anything. I'll try head cheese. I'll try Rocky Mountain oysters. I'll try anything, but that
will-
one thing I won't. I will not
That's-
even try it.
that's not only disgusting, and again, I'm not one of these big animal people either, but that's almost kind of cruel.
Yeah,
As
like
weird as
they're-
it, and I'm not one of those people either, but still, that's weird. That's
well, that's
cruel.
almost better than like veal because they're actually alive, moving around when they kill them.
Yeah. Do you ever see a what is it, oyster? What am I, an idiot? Ostrich eggs? Aren't they the ones? They're like,
I've had them.
oh, have you? They're
Yeah,
big. They're real big.
Remember my aunt's boyfriend Andy? Do you remember him, or was that before we were really that close?
I can't
Because I was young.
remember.
He had an ostrich
well, we've been
farm.
friends for over 20 some years.
He
so-
did a stand at the Altamont Fair. He rented a booth at the Altamont Fair and had ostrich everything. The ostrich burgers and at
Have you tried
breakfast
that
time.
and stuff too?
Yep.
How is that?
You would. I could give you an ostrich burger right now. You wouldn't know it wasn't hamburger.
Really?
Yep.
See, so that I'd be all right with that.
Yep. I could get, and it's funny because ostrich is considered a poultry, but the meat. So to make an ostrich burger looks just like ground beef. So it's actually red meat physically, but it's considered a poultry because it's a bird. The egg taste that I can remember. I was pretty young, but I can remember the egg is no different
At all.
tasting
Just
than a
much-
regular egg. You'd
much
never know
bigger.
the difference. Oh yeah, he
They're
used to
big.
make omelets. He'd have like a frying pan. The people listening can't see it, but it was probably, a typical like foot and a half around type
Mm-hmm.
of, or foot and a half round. One of those eggs would fill that thing completely, and you'd mix it around in there, put cheese on it, and flip it over. One egg was like so people would come by the stand and get those, and it would be like a family of 4 would get one
It'd be enough for
ostrich
everybody.
omelet and then quarter it up. But the meat was great, and it's supposed to be great for you. It's supposed to have a lot less cholesterol. So you've heard of bison meat. like buffalo meat or whatever. And that's
We have
the
a
same.
friend who's a bison.
That's right, the bison.
The bison.
Yep. Which, you know what? I always liked his nickname.
I like it when he does the tusk for us.
Oh,
He
the
gives us
tusks.
the
That's
tusk.
That's after like 12 beers.
Bison,
though.
if you're listening, we got to have you over here
Do
sometime.
the tusk, Bison. Do the tusk.
You got to do the tusk for our viewers.
That's right.
You got to do it, buddy.
They look so good.
We got to get you here.
We got to get him like 8 or 10 beers.
I was just gonna say that he's not gonna do it sober. He's got to.
He always
we'll have
says
to get
no.
him some of this liquor, or get him some I don't know, some John Bar or rum chata or just Miller Lite.
Oh, I meant to go get a bottle before we.
Yeah, because I seen how well that worked out last time.
I did great. I had no problems.
Yeah,
I had no problem. I can't believe he got as drunk as he did.
you guys drank a whole bottle. What do you expect?
And he drinks more than me typically. I don't really drink anymore. I mean, I have what do I have? 4 or 5 beers on a
I know
Saturday
one
night?
episode we're talking. You don't really drink and you don't get drunk,
Yeah.
and then you get fucking hammered.
The next one, I go through half a bottle of whiskey.
Well,
I don't think I got. I mean, I was good. I was feeling good.
You were. When
But
I
it was no-
when I
there
was
was-
leaving, you were feeling real good. I could.
There was
tell.
no thoughts of puking. There was nothing like that. I don't think I was really even stumbling or nothing. I was doing all right. I got the show somehow. We got the show simmered down before it got out of control.
Came out good though. Everybody liked it.
That was a good one.
That was a real good one.
Well, we got Thanksgiving stuff out of the way, which I wanted to do. Oh,
Throw some wood on that fire, will you?
yeah, you get the old pallet or something.
Yeah.
Burn hot. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Do you ever watch that?
No.
I used to when I was a kid. I don't anymore. Actually, I don't even have regular television anymore because there's no need for it. With between
Internet and
Prime and Netflix and everything, I have no other than maybe if I wanted to watch sporting stuff or Yellowstone. But
you've missed it.
I missed 2 now.
Yep.
In fact, you snapped me the other day a
getting-
video and I turned it right off because
It's
I didn't
getting
know.
good. I didn't send you a long one though to give.
Oh,
away.
it wouldn't have showed anything away. Let me give you some info, some crazy parade numbers for anybody that listens to or listens to. First of all, last year I don't think they did it, or if they did do it, I
Probably
think
did
it was
because of COVID.
right.
All that bullshit.
They did it, but nobody was allowed there or something. I can't remember the rules, but the first one
Who
was held
listens to the rules anyway?
November 27th, 1924, and there was 250,000 people there then. Of course, that was New York City still, so
So of course it's going to be huge.
the current route of the parade in miles from 77th Street and Central Park West to the Macy's store at 34th Street and Broadway was 2.5 miles. That's pretty long. That's
That's a
longer
long
than I thought.
parade. Yeah, that's quite a parade.
That's a long ways to walk for it. But it ain't a long way to walk. But like, think about these people that got all these big suits on and shit, and these
Marching or
costumes
whatever, carrying the drums or the flags.
Yeah, and
or
playing those instruments for two and a half miles.
bagpipes if they happen to be in it or whatever. Yeah, that's a long ways to go for.
The parade has been canceled 3 times, all as a result of World War II. 1942, 43, and 44. I didn't know that.
So that's the only 3 times it's ever been canceled.
Mm-hmm. According to this. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Macy's Parade. I remember watching it when I was a kid just because my grandmother would put it on while she was cooking and stuff, but I don't know a whole lot about it. 3.5 million people attending the parade each year to watch in person. In 1989, 4.7 inches of rain downpoured on the people of the... That's a lot of rain.
So it was a wet
4.5 inches is a lot of rain
Hope they had
per
umbrellas.
day.
Hope they had their umbrella.
Well, yeah, or got under one of them big giant thing. Them people were probably loving it.
That's true. Staying dry, what the hell do they care? Pick up that pen.
I did. I had it. I don't know what happened to it. Ronald Madonna.
Wow.
Ronald Madonna
Yeah. Ronald McDonald.
has appeared.
Just, you know what? Just say whatever the fuck you
17
want.
Times. And sporting a size 200. Oh my God. This is how big his shoe is on these things. A size 200 XXX XXXXL wide shoe.
No way.
Yeah.
You know what they say about guys with big shoes?
Can you imagine the size of Ronald McDonald's dong?
Oh, I'm just going to say they have big feet, wear big socks, but I knew you would take it there, so fair enough.
I would want to know the size of Ronald McDonald's
So
dong.
realistically, instead of Burger King, Ronald McDonald should have the Whopper on his menu.
Yeah. McDonald is the king.
Yeah,
Now.
exactly. And you can have it your way.
Yeah, he'll give it to you.
Yeah,
whether you want it or not.
whether you want it your way or not, you're gonna get it. You're gonna McLove it.
That's a great time to take a break, I think.
Oh, God.
Going on an hour. Let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll do results from results from the testing from episode 7.
Well, you already gave us a hint, but I can't. I can't
they
wait.
kind of know how it's going to go.
I can't wait.
Well, I put together like a little memory so that people that are just
did
starting
ya?
to listen can remember what it sounded like.
I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah,
He doesn't include me in anything. He does whatever the fuck he wants. So I get to hear it for the first time, like all you people do. So don't feel bad.
So
I'm a co-host on this show, but I don't get anything in advance. I just show up and gotta go on the fly here.
Well, I do the rest of it. He did some stuff today, though. Like I said, he came right up prepared. He has a couple of articles he wanted to talk about. I love that. That's great. Takes a little of the work off of me.
The one time he asked my opinion, I said, I don't like it. He goes, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Fuck yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
Well, don't fucking ask me then.
What's it even matter? I didn't even bring that up.
He's like, well, Susie and this one and that one. Well, good for them. Tell them to get their own fucking show then.
They have their own show. That's where I got them things from. I didn't get our sounds from that.
So we're not original anymore. Now we're copying.
I put all those sounds together myself. That's a good point. Before we go into break, let us know what you think about the intro. If you hate it, tell us that. And I mean it. If you don't, if you
Facebook,
do like it,
emails,
let us know. I think it sounds cool. Mike doesn't like it, so we're gonna leave it up to you guys. And actually, some of our friends, it's been like an even like the same amount of our friends like it that dislike it, so it doesn't help us any. So you guys are going to have to let us know in the comments.
I feel like there's too much going on, in my personal opinion. I just feel like there's a lot going on. I don't hate it, but I'm
glad you're telling them why you don't like it.
I'm not in love with it either. You know,
right.
The original intro that we've had and been using is just, to me, I really like that. I really enjoy it. So until you find something spectacular, it's going to be hard to change my mind.
So that's his side of the debate, why he doesn't like it, and that's fair. Take that into consideration.
It doesn't matter if I like it or not, though. As you see, we used it anyway.
Well, I wanted them to hear it so they could have their opinion.
You just don't give a fuck what I have to say.
I wanted to hear it. That's true.
You just don't care what I have to say.
Well, you could do the editing, and you do that. You do what you want next time.
I'm going to start.
He's got it down. He watched me for a couple minutes. Now he's ready to go.
Yeah, it's real easy.
You probably could actually do it.
Snip, Command L, Command A.
So that's his outlook on it. My outlook is, just like he said, there's too much going on. That's exactly what I wanted, because I wanted it to give us some energy. That's what I thought. I thought it would give us some energy to start the show on a upbeat
Energy
note.
drinks do that too, you know.
I drink them as well, sometimes.
Or cocaine.
I haven't had one in a while. That's one thing I don't do. But to each their own. I mean, you're into dick and cocaine. I guess. All right, we're gonna go on break. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, back from the break.
That was a long one.
And it sure was. They usually are. I don't know why. We just get doing stuff. I felt like I was having sugar-free candy
all over again.
Flashbacks.
I took a nap.
While you were up here, did you?
Well, what else was I going to do? You were gone for an hour.
My goddamn cord is caught. Hang on.
It seems like 5 minutes for them, obviously, the way you do the editing and stuff. But for me, it was an hour long.
I can't get this thing off.
Oh, my God. Don't you think you should have been more prepared before we started? I mean, look at you. Just get your ass out of the mic. Talk about hearing whistling.
Here we go. We're back under control. Anyway, we're back from the break. Back under control.
That was a debacle.
Holy. So as promised, I should probably go over the results of the sugar-free candy testing so we can get out of this subject and forget about it altogether, I would say.
Boy, that's shitty.
They were just as everybody had suspected. Well, actually, let's give them a little recap of what happened on the last episode.
Give them a little
during the testing.
A little reminder from last episode.
I'll sum this up quick. She had sugar-free candy. Mike didn't know it. He ate a whole bunch of it because he thought it was just candy. He ended up shitting his brains out because apparently what I've learned here in these last 6 episodes is that sugar-free candy will do that to you if you eat enough of it.
It's the sugar alcohol. It's not actual sugar, so I guess
So what is it? There's like a sugar alcohol in this of some kind? Or
yeah, it's not actual sugar, I guess, and it just tears your stomach apart. Bad.
So anyways, I've been saying that I'm going to try it. I'm going to eat a whole bunch of these at the end of this show. I don't want to eat them now for various reasons, but I'm going to eat them at the end of the show.
I don't think you'd make it to the end.
I'm going to give you guys an update on the next show if this is true or not. We're going to find out. We're going to do some testing. I remember it was yesterday. I think it's about
I bet you do.
Time.
Oh, little drum roll. How could you forget?
Sugar. Yep. I think it's about time to get into the sugar-free candy.
All right. Well, good. Eat the whole box.
So I'm
you ended up eating 11.
Much is in here,
cram the whole box. Just put a big old handful and just cram it in your mouth.
Anyway, they are pretty good tasting.
Well, you gotta eat another
I
one.
can-
I
I'll
told
tell
you,
you.
they don't taste any different, right?
They taste different, but I still like them.
Listen to you chew.
Can you hear me chew?
Mm-hmm.
God,
Can
I
I?
hate that. It's like fingers on a chalkboard. All right, we're going on to number
Look,
1,
I'm so
2, 3,
serious.
6, 7. I don't like these anymore. I'm going to keep going, but I don't.
Oh, now
I'm
all of
going
a
to
sudden.
keep going for the podcast.
Why don't you
'cause
like
I told
them?
everybody.
Why don't you like them anymore all of a sudden?
Well, because I ate fucking 9 of them. Oh,
Oh boy, I know what's coming for you.
how many days does it last?
That wasn't
And
the
it
only sound you
almost
made.
made me gag. Oh, it's a lot of chocolate. Yeah, not much better. Now it was like an orgasm in my mouth. Ever had one of them?
No,
Want one?
no.
We might not have that long to go here before I have to shut it down. Well, my stomach's gurgling.
Already.
I think so.
What do you mean
was.
you think so?
I don't know. I think
Either
I could-
it is
right
or
at
it
the
isn't.
Well, I can't tell if it was like the furnace turning on or my stomach gurgling.
That's what you're comparing it to, huh? A furnace or your stomach. Rumbly
It's
and
that bad?
tumbly.
I'm sweating. I'm getting hot. I can tell you that. I'm getting hot. Do you see it? Am I getting red?
Yes, a
Really?
little bit. Oh my god. Well, that's going to be about it for sure.
So we'll see you Thursday with results.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
That's real results. I can't believe you put that on there.
All of it.
That's straight liquid.
I had to show the people the results.
You didn't fail.
God.
Wow.
So that's basically how that went.
You went above and beyond.
That
I gotta
was-
tell you.
That was the night of episode 7.
Right at the end of it too. What was
Dude,
it?
just good timing.
It was only, I don't know, what, 20 minutes after we ended or something? You were like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, we started eating them, 35 minutes before we ended.
So
'cause
roughly,
we knew it would
roughly
take
it
a
was
little
about
while
an
to eat 'em.
hour total, roughly.
Yep, and yeah, so that is true. That is 100% true. If you eat too many, I'm sure if you had 1 or 2, it probably won't bother you. But if you eat too many of
Well, that's what happened. See, I didn't know they were sugar free, so I ate them like you. Obviously, you knew because that was the whole point of it.
right,
But imagine
but I
not,
had to experience it.
but imagine not knowing and be like, damn, they're good. So you eat 5, 6, 7, 10 of them.
It's like that
then
taser and
that's
pepper
what-
spray thing. I mean, I know it's gonna fucking suck, but I want to experience it for the show.
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't.
I do. I just said I did.
Okay.
It's gonna suck, but I want to do it. I mean, you didn't die,
I felt
Scully
like that.
didn't die.
I wish I did.
so I ain't gonna die. I mean, I could. I guess
The
if I have
pepper.
heart
I'd do the
problems.
pepper again more than before I do the fucking taser.
We could start with that. Or you said we can't get pepper spray, right? Or no, that's probably easier to get for like because people carry that shit in their pocketbooks.
Yeah, you could get that. I don't think you can get a taser.
I would try it. I'll try it. Like Ryan will be emailing us. You got to try it, and then it'll be stuck. If we can get a hold, if anybody out there know or has any pepper spray, we're looking for a thing of pepper spray.
What's your one buddy there, Dean? He had remember he had the flashlight?
Oh yeah, with it built right on or whatever.
Maybe he could come up and.
Was that
that's-
pepper spray or taser on the end of it?
That was a stun gun. It's like a stun
Oh
gun.
yeah.
It
That's
doesn't-
where it does the spark across the thing. And
It
you got to
doesn't
touch
shoot.
it.
It doesn't shoot any projectiles or anything, but
Oh, I don't know if
it'll give you. You'll still feel it. Trust me.
it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck bad. But
You won't be able to hang on for 5 seconds.
we'd probably have to do that over the pepper spray because I feel like the pepper spray. How am I going to clean? Because you got to use the water and everything after you're done.
If we could get a taser, the best way I've heard to do it, especially since you want to try it out, is we'd have to pepper spray you first and then tase you.
yeah.
That's
And
that's how you get the full effect.
Make sure that my clothes are soaked in fuel oil too before we do it.
Yes, gasoline usually
Gasoline,
works the
high
best.
test gasoline, and
That's to
then
get
tase.
the best results.
That takes a lot of the taser pain away and just transfers
it
it to
just-
like burning.
Yeah,
burning
it takes your
sensation?
mind off the taser. That way you don't really think about that.
Right, all you could smell is gasoline and,
And burning flesh.
right. Yeah, I
So
would
if you
do
can
that.
if you can get past the smell of burning flesh, you'll be fine.
As much as I would rather do the pepper spray than the taser, I think I should do the taser first if we do this, if we so choose, because then it just in 10 seconds you're back to normal, right after you stop.
5 seconds.
5 seconds is how long. So yeah, then we could just go right back
Other
to the
than
show.
your legs being locked up, like it's hard to walk.
that lasts forever for a long time, or is it like?
Nah, mine was a couple hours, I think, maybe a
Really?
day or whatever. But yeah.
So you have to set me back up in my chair here, and we can continue. The
No,
show?
you can walk right after. It's just you walk like you're stiff. You ever have like a really
Oh.
bad Charlie horse or whatever, like in your calf?
Yep.
That's what it's like.
Like
but,
through your whole body.
Well, I'm talking about after the fact. Like my calves were so locked up. That's almost kind of what it just felt like. They were just
because your muscles go right. They cramp. All your muscles go
locks
crazy.
you right up. Locks you right up. It does its job. I can tell you.
Well, anyway, now that the sugar-free candy test is over, I feel like our next one is either pepper.
I can tell
the
you.
The problem with pepper spray is how am I going to? I can't just dump a bucket of water on my. Of course, I could put like a bucket of water and dunk my head in it while we're up there.
And you'll want to hold your breath as long as possible and keep your head under there. Trust me.
So how long from the minute that you would just spray me? And if we had water available and everything, water bottles, a bucket of water, everything we needed right here, how long from the minute you spray me with it to could I go back to doing the show? Granted, it'll probably be uncomfortable still.
Yes.
But how long would you say it is from the actual spray to where I could be a part of the show again and talk and at least concentrate?
Hours.
Oh, it's that long?
At least. Well, it could reactivate. That's I mean, I guess the worst of it probably stops after half hour, 40 minutes or so, roughly.
Oh, that's so long.
But it lasts a while, and then it's irritating and a little bit of a burn, but it's not as bad. So you could basically.
Well, that's how long until that happens.
Probably 40 minutes.
Ooh,
40 minutes at least.
Maybe we won't be able to do that then.
Everybody's different though too. You know, there's some people that get sprayed and it barely even affects them, and then there's other people that get sprayed and they think their face is on fire, literally. You know, so it's to each their own. Everybody's different. But
maybe that.
I want to say. I want to say with me, I want to after probably 40 minutes or so, because we had to go back to the classroom, the academy and stuff. So when I went back to the classroom, I could still feel it, but it wasn't nearly as bad. But we were outside. I had a hose, so I was spraying water in my eyes. They had fans, so we could stand in front of the fan to blow on your face. But I feel like I did that for at least 30 or 40 minutes before we went back inside because other people had to get I wasn't the last one to go. Right. So while other people were getting pepper sprayed and going through the obstacle course there, I was able to use the water and try and. But like I said, I want to say it was at least 30 or 40 minutes. It could have been a little longer, maybe a little less. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, still, either way. I guess I was thinking you sprayed me.
Either way, it's not 10 minutes or whatever.
I thought the water got rid of it because everybody always says, oh, you got to have a hose near you. I thought that pretty much got rid of it. I don't mind if it burned a little bit, but I can't do 40 minutes without being able to do the show.
And then the best part is when you go to take a shower at night, it reactivates it when you take a shower. So it burns.
Because what? Like runs out of your eyebrows or something?
It burns all over again. It's like an oil. So that's why the water doesn't wash it right away. It's like an oil.
Oh, it's thick. It's not. Yeah. It's a thick, like a.
Well, it's like a spray, but it's kind of like an oil, oil base or whatever. So the water doesn't just wash it right away. Trust me, it's intense.
It's kind of like coolant. You know how coolant feels, where it's like liquid, it's water, but like if you put it in your face, you feel like it's slimy.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll work for the show then, because I was thinking, we can handle 10, 15 minutes of me dealing with it.
We could always do a video of it and then just like post it into the YouTube.
Part of it, yeah. Just get some sound clips.
People aren't really...
Just that way, because if we did it right here live while we were doing the show, I would be screwed for the next 30, 40 minutes.
I can tell you right now, if you got pepper sprayed right now, you wouldn't even want to stand in this room. You'd want to get out of this room. The whole room.
Now, I could deal with that if it was 5 or 10 minutes, but if it goes on for 30, 40 minutes, I can't.
Probably want
to
do it outside, to be honest with you.
And outside. All right, so that'll be like something we do in the summertime, or maybe we'll just do it on video for like the Patreon people and stuff like that, or something. We'll put a couple clips on YouTube.
That could be like a special scene thing.
Yeah, because there's no way I can do that and then sit through 40 minutes worth of the show.
No, you
crying like a little baby.
Yeah, you won't like it.
Or the taser, that's going to suck, but at least in
5 seconds you're done.
Yeah, in 2 minutes I'm back to normal.
Literally, you could get tased right here, stand up from the floor, come right back, sit to your chair, and be like, okay. So anyway,
yeah, that's doable. So that's what we got to do first. We got to do the taser, but we're not going to just do that like we did the testing.
I don't think you're going to be able to get a taser though. That's the thing.
Well, you just said Dean had one. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to do like a police issued full on thing, but we'll do like some kind of a.
Well, something. The stun gun and taser are two different. Basically a stun gun, that's pain compliance. Where if you touch that to your arm, it hurts, but it's only a split second because you're going to pull away. As opposed to with a taser and the prongs, they stick in you. You're not getting away from it, so you're riding that for 5 seconds. Right. I could tell you right now with a stun gun, if I stick it to any part in your body, you're gonna yank that body part away from me. So you're only gonna feel it for a second, and it's gonna be instant. And you're gonna pull away unless I pin you to the ground and pin it between the floor and that, and you can't get away. But other than that, you're gonna pull away from me.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of.
You're not gonna enjoy it.
Well, it's better than nothing. I think we should. And we got some time to think about it because we're not just going to do it for nothing. But I think if we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That'd be a good time.
What should we do on because there's not really a subscriber thing. I mean, people subscribe to the podcast, but it's all over. Some people subscribe on Apple, some do it on iHeart, so we can't really use that as a judge.
Spotify, yeah.
I guess we'll just have to stick with the YouTube. If
YouTube.
1,000 people subscribe on YouTube, we'll do that.
Everybody
we'll find one.
Everybody has YouTube. Everybody uses YouTube. So
Right. Even if they just want to see me get tased or hear me get tased,
they can still subscribe.
they go
for that.
subscribe, and then when we hit 1,000, we're
again,
there.
obviously, the more people that subscribe and like and share the videos, that only helps us.
Get tased.
Which ultimately helps the show because it'll make us get better. But yeah,
So that's the thing.
We hit 1,000, you're getting tased.
We'll do that. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're going to start. So it won't happen exactly the 1,000 was right then.
You got any family members out of state? Maybe we can get one shipped there, and then somehow
Maybe.
get it.
Yeah, I could look around.
Either that or go punch a cop in the face. I mean, you can.
And you just run the camera, and
Yes,
and then I just run.
Oh, I can tell you right now, I'm not getting tased again. There ain't no fucking way. Or pepper spray. I don't give a shit.
We got to get you to do something for the show.
Well,
Not that, but
I'm
we
not
got to
doing
get you
either.
to
I'm not doing either.
You wouldn't eat chocolate. You wouldn't do the taser.
I've already done it all. That's the problem.
Well, I know. We got to find some stuff to guys. Email us. Let us know in comments what we want Mike to try. We'll see what. Don't be crazy. You can't be crazy about it running through the city in no clothes or not. I mean, we got to be somewhat sensible.
No, that's not even crazy. I do that on a drunk Friday night.
Yeah, you could catch that if you just go out with them every once in a while.
And let me tell you, it's a sight to see.
Speaking of running naked, what was this? You had an article this morning or it's this afternoon when you got here about how pedophiles are starting to be their emotions or so. What was the thing? Something they didn't like being called pedophiles anymore because it was hurting their feelings.
Oh yeah, in Colorado, there's an article. It's right here. Hold on. Let's see. The way sex offenders are labeled is changing in Colorado. The board that sets state standards voted today to change the term sex offenders to reflect so-called person-first language.
They're not a person, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. Basically, what it comes to sum it up, this board gets together. It's made up of like public defenders, prosecutors, and all this. They set standards and guidelines for treatment providers, and they're basically trying to come up with a new term for sex offenders, so we don't call them sex offenders anymore. And basically, to sum it up, it's because they're saying it's like offensive, and somebody shouldn't have to suffer their entire life for something that they may have committed, say, 30 years ago. Well, that's horseshit. I don't.
Yeah, they still committed what they committed.
Exactly.
Now, there's different levels, though. There's like child people, which I think they shouldn't even have any fucking rights, as far as I'm concerned. They're lucky we even talk to them anymore.
I don't.
And rapists and shit. Well, yeah, and rapists and shit like that. All that's no good. So don't take this the wrong way. I agree with that. Those are no people. But there is situations with that where somebody is like 18, the girlfriend is 16, which between you and me, there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, that's just young love.
The law states it is, but
right.
yeah, I mean,
but in
I
morality,
was 16 and Jamie was 14 when we got together.
Right. So it's hard. So now somebody walks in and finds an 18-year-old with a 16 or 17-year-old or whatever the rules are. And now, because the father got mad or the mom got mad, they called the cops on them. Now they're a registered sex offender for the rest of their life.
Yeah, see,
I think stuff like that,
bullshit.
It's got to be a per case. But when it comes down to the children people, the
no
weird
exception.
people like that, there's absolutely no exception to
Absolutely. But anyway,
or rapists.
Basically, they're coming down. Let's see. They argued that the term client would be better, and then ultimately it looks like they voted on. Give me a second. Adults who commit sexual offenses. So you won't call them sex offenders. You'll just call them adults who commit sexual offenses.
What they should do is just come up with a little jingle. And then every time they go into a neighborhood, they just play the little jingle for
so
their
everybody
neighbors.
knows.
I happen to have one.
Don't you just happen to have one?
I happen to have one right here.
One handy.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
I think they should all come up with something like that.
Yeah, don't worry, Larry. Just go to Colorado and nobody will have to call you a sex offender anymore.
Yeah, well, that's a perfect state for that. Well, I don't know about Colorado, but like Washington and California, there's like West Coast states, they seem like they're a lot. Of course, there's a lot of people in there that aren't that way, but it seems like those are the ones that always are worried about being politically correct and got to say the right thing. It's horrible. What you can't even. So now, if you're a sex offender, you still get all those right. Like I don't want to be called. Well, you know what? That person that you slept with or whatever you did with them, they didn't want that either.
Exactly.
So as far as I'm concerned, your opinion about us calling you sex offenders is out the fucking window.
Yeah.
I could care less what you think. Well, you should be called.
It's all this cancer cancel culture bullshit.
Oh, it's your turn to not talk now?
Yeah,
Is it-
I guess
I'm bleeding
We
off on you?
Yeah, we got to. Now you're doing good. I can't spit it out.
Frank, what did I
Yeah.
say? Franksgiving?
Franksgiving, yeah.
Oh, shit.
But that's what it is. It's all the cancel culture bullshit. Right here's another article I was reading. It was perfect. They kind of blended right together. The sex offender and just the cancel culture bullshit. But they have a sexuality educator, Deanne Carson, I guess. I'm not familiar with who she is, but anyway, she's a
Never heard of him.
sexuality educator. She says that parents should ask a baby's permission before changing their
How in the fuck?
before changing their diaper. You have to get consent to change your baby's diaper. Think about that for a minute. How the fuck is that even possible? This is what the world's coming to. This is what these fucking idiots are. They really believe this shit.
How do you even do it? How do you even
baby
go?
can't even talk.
So say we even believed in what she believed in. How the fuck do you even do it?
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Let's say it was okay. Yeah, I agree with that. You should do that. Well, hey there, baby Mikey. Can I change your diaper? They can't fucking talk. How's it even going to work?
There's no way. This
is what these fucking idiots are thinking, though. This is what the world's coming to.
It can't happen. And if it does, it can't last long because they can't. I'll tell you what. When my kids were young, they didn't want to take baths. Little boys, they don't want to take baths. They want to go out and play in the mud and shit. You know what I mean? So if you leave it up to them, they would have. I had to make them take baths when they're old. They understand it. But when you're like a little 3-4-year-old, you're going out playing with your friends. I ain't got time to come home and take a bath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let alone changing diapers. Granted, I don't like changing diapers anyway, so it kind of work for the parent.
That was just funny to me when
so
I
you
saw
go
that.
somewhere and they got to smell it.
I just can't believe the mentality of these people and the way things are going and the way people think. It's
well,
it leaves me speechless in a sense. Like I don't even know what to say. You don't even have a response for that.
Yeah, well,
that's got to be the most idiotic thing I've ever read or heard in my life.
Was that a newspaper or something? Where did that come? Was it an actual news?
Yeah, it's all over. This happens to be on Snopes.com. I saw this, but it's an actual article. All you got to do is go to Google and type in her name.
Well, there's joke ones too, though.
This isn't a joke. This is actually a whole art. You pull it up on Google. Deanne Carson. Pull it up. It's all over. It's not a joke.
Well, I want to see if this is a real news outlet here because I think it's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, they got all sorts of stuff. The first thing that pulls up on their site is, did Rittenhouse's grandparents own gas stations? Which I don't know what that would even have.
They're still digging. Didn't you hear about wherever that parade was and that guy drove his SUV killing some people and injuring people?
Right here. What's true, false about suspect Daryl Brooks? Is that him? Daryl Brooks is the one? I think it was.
Is that the guy that drove the SUV through the parade there?
He's got a lot of there's a lot of cool news on here, but I don't know if it's because there's a lot of news outlets that are like jokes, that make up jokes, but this seems a little off, but it doesn't seem like jokes.
I don't think it's jokes.
Jury holds pharmacies responsible for role in opioid crisis. Well, I mean, how do they go to, boiling lobsters alive may eventually be illegal in the UK. I kind of like the site. I'll have to remember that to get articles.
Snopes.com. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
All sorts of articles. You could find all sorts of good stuff on that.
Wacky, crazy shit like you can't change your baby's diaper now without asking them first.
Exactly.
Well, so
if there's anybody out there thinking about having a baby, just keep in mind that you're going to need to get their permission to change their shitty diaper.
Well, so Jordan and Jess just had a baby, my cousin and his wife.
They better get permission.
If you guys listen from here on out, you're not going to be able to change a diaper until they answer you. So this could be, when do babies start talking? 2?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a while.
That's going to be a hell of a diaper. That's going to be a heavy-ass diaper.
Yeah, it better be a real big one.
By the time that they get, and that's if they even allow it. That's if the baby even says yes to changing the diaper.
Yeah, once he or she hits 2, they might decide, no, I don't want my diaper changed. So you still can't change it.
That's right. Maybe they've decided, let me live my life.
Yep,
I want my life the way I want, and I'm going to wear it.
I'm going to this pissy, shitty diaper for, until I decide that I don't want to wear it anymore.
Maybe they're part of nature. They don't, what I mean? Off-grid. They want to live
that's the way the world
with
works
nature
now.
like an animal. So, you don't even know. So even actually at that point, even if they do become old enough, they may say no, and we have to listen to that because that's the way culture is now.
Absolutely.
Along with
maybe it'll want to identify as an it. It doesn't even want to be a he or she. Maybe, maybe
right. So
maybe
you call him he or she
will want to sit in the shitty diaper all the time.
Right, right. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a sexuality thing. And with that said, it could be racist. If you keep pushing on them, it could turn racist.
Absolutely.
I don't know just how yet, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that can figure out a way to make it racist if you make your baby change their diaper.
I'm sure. I'm positive there'd be somebody to find a way to do that.
I think if the media Now, granted, racism isn't good, and I know that it's hard for me to talk because
And
I'm
that is
white.
real, and it is out there.
Right.
It's real.
But I think the more that it's talked about in social media, the more that it puts racism out there. You know what I mean? Bill
Just keeps
Cosby
adding
said
fuel to
that
the
one
fire.
time. He says the best way to get rid of racism is to stop talking about it
Yeah, turn the TV off.
and just kind of let it go away. And I know that's easier said than done, and it's me being a white guy. It's hard for me to have this opinion. But I mean, it's like it does kind of seem that way. Everybody keeps pushing, and media is horrible at this. They love to push that because it gets clicks on their site, it gets clicks on
Clickbait.
their ads. Exactly, clickbait, and then everybody looks into it and it just gets like tumbles out of control. And I'm not going to take away from the fact that it's out there and it's not a good thing, but I don't know, like you and me, I don't care what color you are. You don't care what color you are. It's like racism doesn't exist for us unless it's put in our face and we got to read about it.
Though.
Exactly.
I don't even
Exactly.
think about it until you hear
until it's all over the internet.
Exactly.
Right.
Or you got to hear about it or see it everywhere you go.
That's right. Yep.
Because you held the door wrong, you're a racist or something stupid. You know, it's just incredible.
I'll tell you what, if you don't thank me, I don't care what color you are. It pisses me off. It
Me too.
has nothing to do with
I
racism.
say something when that happens.
Do you?
I like scream out "You're welcome" or something. You know?
You've done that with me before.
Absolutely.
We've been somewhere
That's
and you've
fucking
said
rude.
something. You're welcome.
That's just basic common sense and manners that is basically taught to everybody as far as I'm concerned. You please and thank you.
Mhm.
They're like the two first things you learn, I think, is please and thank you. Or at least you should, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
I could tell you right now, I didn't use my manners. My old man whooped my ass.
That's what it is.
You know,
Now that you're old
maybe,
enough.
Maybe I'm not so polite now. I mean, I still use my manners, but I could tell you what, when I was young, rest assured, you used your manners.
Yeah, or you knew otherwise. Well,
I'll
that's
tell you right
nobody.
yeah,
you can't do that now. You can't hit your baby. You hit your baby out and
Oh, my God.
Well, not baby. I mean, it's different, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
if at 6 months old, you beat the shit right out of them if they don't say please and thank you.
you whack your
If
head.
they don't let you change their diaper, you just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's all. That's so simple. But it's even coming, you know, if they're 10 years old and they're acting like an asshole in Walmart or something, then you whack them on the ass. Your cops will be there.
Yeah,
It'll
God
be a whole,
forbid.
what can you do?
And then hence, when they're 10 and you can't discipline them, then they grow up to be 16 and shoot up a school or whatever the case, become a thief or whatever the case may be.
That's
Because they've never had no discipline, so they're entitled.
That's because of video games, they say.
Oh, that's
They say
right.
it's 'cause they
That's
play
right. I
video
forgot.
games.
It has nothing to do with parenting at home. It's the video game's fault.
There's an awful lot of people.
PlayStation and Xbox should be getting sued for creating a game console that corrupted these kids.
If we took the number of people that bought certain video games like Grand Theft Auto, compare that to the number of shootings, it would probably be so minute that, you know, to think of like, I don't know how many there is, but say there's 30 million copies of that video game sold and 6 shooters because of it. Like, oh my God, you can't, by accident, you would have that many shooters
Exactly.
compared to the larger number.
I drink beer and there's drinking in Grand Theft Auto. I can blame it on Grand Theft Auto.
Right. You're an alcoholic because of that game.
Yeah.
That-
well, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't go to meetings. So I'm actually not technically. Nobody likes a quitter.
Well, they're in the morning. Anyway, I don't think you'd get up.
That's true. Fair. I'm still drunk, and I don't like to get up early. So
Yeah, they typically-
AA isn't for me.
I feel like AA typically shies away from you coming in smelling like booze and being hungover all morning.
Coming in with a bottle of beer or something, like I'm here, fuckers.
Of course, maybe not. They're pretty, from what I
Mike, you
understand.
do
they're-
realize your meeting was 4 hours ago? Well, yeah, I didn't feel like getting up early.
yeah, but it's drinking.
Don't you listen to my podcast? I don't like getting up early.
And you don't want me to drink and drive, so how was I supposed to get here?
Yeah, I had to wait till I finished all my beer. I didn't want to spill it in the car on the way here. God, they're so inconsiderate. They don't care about my feelings.
Remember earlier we were talking about your mustache and your beard?
My mane.
Your mane.
My mane.
I just came across this mail in your mane and break a world record at Ripley's.
Ha ha.
So it's not the length of your beard or mustache. More so, they want the world's largest giant mustache ball or beard ball.
So you just send them, everybody sends them a bunch of
I
pieces
guess
or whatever. and then-
Ripley's is joining forces with No Shave November. Oh, so we're already paying. Oh, no, we're still in it, but I guess they want it at the end, obviously, of November. And Floyd's 99 Barbershops of Florida to break the Guinness World Records title for largest ball of human hair. Oh, so this isn't even like a thing you or me could do. This is like, it looks like the barbershop takes their entire collection. Every haircut between November 19th and December 10th will be added to Ripley's hairball to help achieve this goal. If you're not in the Central Florida area or able to visit a participating Floyd's
can't
location,
participate.
you can mail in your mane, even just a strip of split ends, to Ripley's Believe It or Not, to help achieve the Guinness Book of World Records title of largest ball of human hair.
Horseshit. What do I get out of it?
Nothing. You get to be a part of the thing.
That's not good enough for me.
You know Adam? is in the world is in Guinness Book of World Records.
For what, shooting?
Yep. And the longest sniper shot ever.
How long was it?
I can't remember. And I can guess, but somebody is going to be listening and go, no, that's not it. So I'm not even going to bother. But it was a big
10
one.
miles.
It was obviously had to be a big. I don't know if it was that big, but it was.
I just did that to be a smartass.
I want to say it was like 2-something miles. It was like it was like to the point where I think it took him like hours of sitting there, getting everything exact and like waiting for the right wind and stuff. Actually, I probably could look it up. It's on here. We should get him on the show sometime to talk about it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I always thought that was cool.
He doesn't even live around here anymore, does he?
Wisconsin. He comes home to see his family and stuff, though. Let's see if it comes up if I just type in the name.
Probably. You probably got to look a little further than that. Put in like world record sniper shot or something. It might come up that way.
No, I spelled that. Long shot. Warrens, Wisconsin. I bet you this is it. Because that's where he lives. And it was long. Warrens, Wisconsin. In the small town of Warrens, Wisconsin, Adam Koger perfects his shot. As soon as my heart goes and it's ready for that next pump, I crank it off, he says. This was when he was 17.
What kind of gun?
Oh, no. At 17, he joined the Army. I'm reading ahead of myself here.
You can read?
Not very good by the...
Man, you can't read, can't talk, can't edit.
I'm looking for a number here.
Slim pickings.
Let's see. He says, for me, long range normally starts at 1,000 yards and continues out past that. Nobody shoots out past 4,000, Allen said. He didn't say this, some Allen guy. After discussions with the Guinness Book of World Records, a target was set. Hit a 49-inch circle, which seems big, but
not
at 4,752 yards away, it's probably not that big. Look up while you're on your thing. Find out how long 4,752 yards is in like miles. Because it doesn't say here. Anyway, he did that, and Guinness Book of World Records and everything was right there to. What do
you want to know?
4,700 and where is it? 4,752 yards converts to how many miles? I'd like to see.
Yards to miles?
Yeah. Will they do that? You might have to go to feet first or something. Anyways, a long shot. And it took him like he was like laying there.
Somebody probably already knows that, but that's 2.7 miles.
Wow. It's almost 3 miles.
4,752 yards is 2.7 miles.
That's huge.
That's a long fucking shot.
If I remember right, I didn't keep reading the thing, but if I remember just from talking to him after that, he hit it twice.
Really?
I don't know if it was something with Guinness Book of World Records. You had to do it twice, or you had or something. I don't think that was part of the record. But
there's so much to that. Like I don't do it. I'm not a professional shooter or anything, but just thinking, literally everything, the wind, height, just
well,
everything.
That's what he was saying. It
Probably
was like
the grain of the bullet. I mean,
well, he did his own. He made his own bullets. He had special people make the gun. From what I understand, I could be getting this wrong. Adam, if you're listening, we're going to have to get you on here to explain this whole thing to everybody. But it was like a certain person, this really high qualified person, made the barrel. Somebody made the stock. Somebody made all the pieces, and he kind of just put it together. And I think he made the bullet because he makes bullets, his own everything. Really,
you imagine shooting that though. It's got to be one of those like you shoot and then you sit there and it's like a moment of silence, nothing.
Well, he's told me,
and then it's like a couple minutes, and all of a sudden you hear ping.
He told me he thought he missed it because it was that long between when he fired to when he heard that off in the distance. He thought, and at almost 3 miles, could you even hear it? I mean, it had to be pretty loud to get back.
You would think.
Of course, if there was nothing blocking, I guess I'm thinking of 3 miles between here and
could be like an open, just a wide open.
Right,
like
it was some bluff. He said, so I'm sure there was no trees in the way. I mean, geez, can you imagine how much that would add to it if you had?
That's crazy, though.
Had to add trees in the middle of it. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. We should try to get him on the show and have him talk to him about that.
Reach out to him.
To us. I will. Adam, get a hold of me if you're listening. He's getting back into that now, though. He's starting to do his, starting to get back into making his own bullets and barrels and all that stuff.
He's always enjoyed that.
Yeah. Hunting was big with him. Yeah. Hunting was big. Yeah. I think him and his father used to go out Wyoming or something. They got like a camp out there and do the big stuff. Hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical.
Here it is. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. You can throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
I know I can. Thank you.
In February only. That 1 month only. Or 1 hole in one any day of the year, but only 1 year. In other words, so you can.
But for what? What
do you pick? If you could do either one of those,
why? What am I getting out of it? I guess
nothing.
Like, why
It's
would
just
I
a
care?
conversation for a podcast. If you could do, if you could,
I don't do stuff for free.
okay. Well, we're done with that one then. Your turn. Pick a topic.
What would you do?
I don't know. Probably hole in one. I think it would last longer. To be able to tell people, there's a lot of people that could do 100. Well, there isn't a lot. I certainly can't. But there's people that throw close to 100 miles per hour
All the time.
Yeah, so that's not really a huge deal. I could only do that for 1 month. I could throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. The other choice is to get a hole in one. I think I would pick that. That would be a lot better of a story to tell people 20 years from now that I got a hole in one, I think.
A hole in one is more of a, what's the word I'm trying to use?
Prestigious?
No, oh, God, I'm drawing a blank. But basically, exactly, like 100 mile an hour, that's fast, but hitting a hole in one from 180 yards out or whatever, that doesn't happen all the time. Like that's
right.
Not so
that's almost like a luck thing. I don't care how good you are at golf.
I can't think of the word, whatever. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, I think it's a bigger achievement to do a hole in one than it is to throw a 100 mile an hour fastball.
I agree. I think that's why I would pick that. Okay. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Think Batman, Superman, any of that type of thing.
Invisibility.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I didn't think of that. That didn't.
I could go anywhere, do anything, and nobody would know.
That's right.
I'd be going right into a girl's locker room. Yeah.
Wrong one.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll
We have to change that name if you were in a girl's. That's what I was looking for. I pushed the wrong one.
You tried every button.
But I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I'm Larry Arthauer.
Oh, I can't stop that. Yeah, that'd be your new song.
Perfect. I didn't say that they were going to be underage. I don't want, you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
There's professional volleyball players that are of age.
In locker rooms.
I didn't say I'm going in a fucking high school girls' locker room.
No, I just don't really know of a whole lot of locker rooms.
Even if I did, you wouldn't know it because I'm fucking invisible.
That's true. You wouldn't get in any trouble for it anyway.
I'm fucking invisible.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good. I think I would fly.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be a cool one. I haven't decided.
Why would you want to fly though? I mean, it would be cool, but like,
just
I guess once you could fly, well, yeah, to get places, but like, you want to go down the road to get fucking pizza. You think you'd rather just fly there real quick and carry it back, fly with it back?
Well, can you imagine the conversation at a bonfire somewhere when you brought that up? You're like, I can fly, and everybody naturally would be like, no, you can't. I'm like, yeah,
fuck, I can.
I'm gonna fucking show you right now, and I just hover up off the ground and stay there like 5 feet in the air, drink my beer.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so fucking cool. I think that would be just as cool as invisibility. Imagine having that same conversation with invisibility.
That's true. I could be like, yeah, I could.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
And all of a sudden, I just disappear.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Where's Mike? Where's Mike?"
And you can't.
They're all doing the peekaboo thing.
Tapping
oh, can you imagine peekaboo with a newborn?
Oh my god,
you would be the life of the Christmas party when somebody came with a new baby. Peekaboo, and you just fucking disappear.
I wouldn't play it with them though, unless they gave me permission.
You can't. It's you'd hurt their feelings, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my choice. Just to fly. Well, it also depends too.
I think it would be cool to be able to fly to see it.
Well, can I fly like 1,000 miles an hour, or do I have to fly like a fucking Cessna at like 120? Like that, because that would be I guess it's still just
your story. Make up however fast you want.
Well, I feel like I would want it would just be a conversation piece, but I also like if I wanted to go quick down to Best Buy and grab something, I want to be able to just shoot off my driveway, get there instantly almost. But I don't want to do teleportation.
See now,
I don't want that.
See what works out for me is I would be invisible, so I would just jump on your back and fly with you, and you wouldn't even know it.
That's true. You could. I can take passengers. I've decided.
How many seats do you have?
Well, if you're riding, I don't.
I'm pretty much going to take all the seats.
Yeah, you take rows A and B.
Yeah.
On this flight.
I see what you did there.
But I see what you did there. You're getting so smart.
Yeah.
You're getting so smart.
I'm so witty.
Okay. Next question, and this is the final one.
What is this, a Q&A?
Yes, it is. I came up with some of these because I thought they'd be interesting to ask you and see what your thoughts were.
Oh, my God. That's why earlier he's like, Bub, you better read through the notes. I don't want to put you on the spot. It's a fucking natural guy.
Did you hear him about the 100-mile-an-hour thing? That conversation lasts 30 seconds because you didn't know what to say.
But I'm just trying to think why you asked me that. Like, okay, well, why would I want to pick one or the other? Do I get $1 million for the hole-in-one and only $5,000 for the 100-mile-an-hour?
Oh,
like,
no.
that's what I was thinking.
I see what you mean. There's no prize. You're just your own good. You just get your own good.
Well, that's why I was confused at first. That's all I meant by it.
Well, this next question's the same way, just for your own good.
Okay. So I'm not getting nothing out of it.
Well, you are a little bit.
Figure this.
Jesus, if I could talk. Figure this: 4 celebrities, and they can be male in your case.
I prefer it.
1 to do a cross-country drive with. You have to be in a car, just you and that celebrity, from New York to California. 1 to fuck. 1 to marry. And 1 to kill. Or for the sake of not being so violent, 1 that you just went away, never.
Carrie Underwood would be 2 and 3, I believe, right? What was 2 and 3?
Fuck and marry.
Yes. Yep, she'd be 2 and 3.
Would you want to waste one though on that? Because I feel like you could pick different ones.
I'm in love with her.
Because you'd be fucking her anyway if you were married to her. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a waste.
Yeah, but okay.
I mean, you could pick that; it's your choice. But I'm just saying.
I mean, I thought these were my answers, but I guess
they are. But I don't want to see it
to drive across country with. That would
dead or alive, too.
Holy shit! No, I'd want him to be alive because then it's just me in a car. That's
I mean, you could pick a celebrity that is no longer with us.
Yeah, but I think I'd want like Larry the Cable Guy or Ron White. I think.
Oh, that would be fun.
He's a funny fuck.
Imagine stopping at a bar somewhere out in the middle of like Oregon.
I think it'd be Ron White for me because I really like him. He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna go with Robin Williams. I think that would be entertaining.
He would have been a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But let's see, to sleep with. Well, you know what? Miranda Lambert on that one. Then we'll save Carrie for marriage.
Yeah, you always liked her.
They're my 2 favorites.
And then which celebrity? We don't have to say kill, but which celebrity?
I know you're going to say. What are you putting me on the spot?
I know.
This is going to be
now. This person dies tomorrow, and it was you.
Yeah, they're coming right after me.
Right.
That's a good one. I got to think.
All right. So while you're thinking, Robin Williams is who I would drive with. I think that would be a blast to spend that many days with somebody like him.
I agree.
To marry would be Blake Lively. I don't even know who that is. I'll see if I can find a picture of her.
I'm gonna look her up.
Oh God, that's who I would marry. I think she's beautiful. I think she's got a decent to kill or just never see again.
You better be real careful. Oh yeah, she's pretty. She's real cute.
You know what?
What's she in? I've never even. Oh,
she's in a lot of stuff.
I feel like I've never seen her before.
Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. Oh, there's so many that I would just be with just to marry.
I'm not going to answer the one to kill because I don't want
to. I guess all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it from kill to just what celebrity do I never care to see again.
I'm trying to think for me.
Maybe like Cage. Who's that? Nicolas Cage. I never liked his acting.
Really?
I thought his acting sucked. He was just over the top, too much, obnoxious. I don't know.
I can't really think of one of those, to be honest with you. I don't have one. I'm sure there's a couple that I don't care for, but not that I can really think of.
Actually, there's probably a lot that I just wouldn't never. If I never saw him again, I would never think about him. So that's kind of a tough question.
That's what I mean. Like I guarantee if I had enough time, I could pick one out. But if I typically,
I told you to go over the notes.
Oh,
I thought you just did this on the fly.
Oh shit! I thought
do it on the fly.
I thought I was a natural.
Yeah. And I don't know who. There's so many. I don't want to get the wrong choice for the fucking one. There's so many, and there's so many I'm not going to be able to think of either. That I guess I should have run over my notes beforehand.
Wow.
And
aren't you a natural?
Well, I mean, I came up with a question. At least you could do is read them.
Yeah, that's even worse for you. You literally came up with it, and you still don't have an answer for it. But you want to bust my balls that I don't. I never even read it, and I
probably had them at the time, but there's so many too. And I don't want to waste my chance, so I get one to pick from, and then as soon as I say that one,
you're the one that made the question. Okay, you could pick up 20 celebrities to bang. Oh well, there. Now name them.
I can't name 20. I don't know.
Riley Reid.
Ugh. Would it free and clear fucking though? Like, do I catch something?
Well, from her you probably do, but for the sake of conversation, we could say no.
Oh, there's so many. This is such an open-ended question. Anyway, I'll think about it. I'll bring it back up. But I got the married.
Oh man, you're
switching. You're switching.
I gotta tell you.
See what I mean? We'll never know the answers to mine or yours.
To marry, it'd have to be Jamie.
Oh my God!
There goes that coffee and mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, right down my shirt. Well, I think she understands it. You're not going to be. We gotta.
I was only being smart.
But good answer.
She knows I love Carrie and Miranda. Carrie especially.
Yeah, I know you. Well, And Miranda, you see, I never thought she was
I
good
always
looking.
liked her, too.
You did too. You
Carrie-
did. A lot of
Carrie's-
people do think she's really good looking. I never
Plus, I
did.
think she's got a good personality. Just like I've never met her, obviously, but things you see and read about her, she seems like country, down to earth, shoots guns, just
Whatever
seems like a
happened.
she's married to like a New York City cop or something. So what's that tell you? How, in my opinion, that shows me, I think, just how down to earth she is.
She kind
Like
of
not for not being rude, but I mean, he's just a New York City cop. I mean, that's something, you know.
Yeah.
But you'd think she's a celebrity, so typically, I guess the way it goes, they're usually always with, and they don't have to be, but they're typically with other celebrities.
she's got
She's
that.
just with just an average Joe, just an average guy.
She's kind of got that little cute little like piggy look to her. She's
Piggy
like
look.
round in the face and a little bit rounder, like a it's like
Keep
I
me-
could.
keep
They
me-
make a good couple. I'm
Keep me
sure.
warm when this fire goes out.
I'm sure they make a good couple. That's a little.
She keeps the spark going.
That's a little police humor for you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to. I should have been more prepared with that myself. I just didn't think it would be. I thought because there's so many that I could just come up with. But then you bring up like porn stars and then there's like this
The list
person,
goes on and
I'm like,
on.
Fuck, I can't. Yeah, because I have one picked out and then be like, no, wait a minute. Let's see what's next. So we told people to get a hold of us and let us know about the intro, what they thought of the intro.
Nobody gets a hold of us.
No, we also what was the other thing I was going to have them get? Oh, no, that was the subscribers on YouTube or something. But that wasn't it anyway. The next thing I want to have people get a hold of us on, I want us to try a Starbucks drink. I've never had a Starbucks drink.
Neither have I.
And I want them to
I'm not bougie enough for that.
me neither. I want them to give us an idea, 2 different ideas actually, one for Mike and one for me, a Starbucks drink as crazy as you can get them. So don't just say like strawberry water.
Oh,
or,
please do. I'd be all right with
or
that.
coffee with sugar or something. We like a pinkety drinkety. We want like a pinkety drinkety or some crazy thing. I know that ain't real. I seen that on TikTok. And nobody will let us know. But if they do, then we'll do that for the next show or the next show after we get that message. Because I want to try some more bougie stuff in my life.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Bad and bougie.
Mm-hmm. I want to try. I don't know. Well, I had a cappuccino at Starbucks one time, but it was just a plain one. It was in an airport, and it was actually really good.
Did it have like cinnamon and?
Yep.
all
It had
that
like the swirl thing in the top, and like I don't know. It's like froth. Basically, it looks like whipped
Froth.
cream, but it's like frothy milk.
frothy.
I guess.
Probably comes from milk.
Yeah, it does. It's made out of milk and cream. That's how you make the froth. What's froth? Explain froth
I
to me.
don't know it exactly.
I knew it. I knew it. You're making fun of me.
I don't drink Starbucks.
Yeah, you
I'm not-
must know enough about it. You knew it came from cream or like milk or whatever.
I got lucky.
Yeah, you did.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Have you ever had Starbucks?
Never.
This is perfect.
Never ever.
It's nothing that's going to kill us. It's something we can try. I think it'd be cool. Maybe it'll broaden our horizons a little bit.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe open some new things up. Next thing you know, I start turning into a Starbucks freak.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go there on my way to the gym.
Yeah, good point. If anybody lets us know,
I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
make one of those drinks sugar-free and the other one fat-free.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Well, I got to see, including today, it marks 37 years since I've been to the gym.
Keep forgetting?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to get
you
up
should
early.
put something on the refrigerator.
I get up too late.
People, you can go to they're open 24/7 if you're ready to start now. If you want to try to.
Are you insinuating something?
Yes.
Piggy.
Would you just? Yeah, she's got like a little piggy look. She's got like a cute little piggy thing.
Cute little piggy.
She's a cute pig, and he's just a pig.
So anyway, what else you got in the notes here? I see
Nothing.
you got a couple things.
I got-
Talking about hickeys. Where'd that come? What's that come
Oh, I don't know. I
from?
must have heard
You were-
that somewhere.
Well, it got me.
What did I
thinking-
put about it? I can't even find it on
Are
here.
they still a thing? But it must be. It's
Oh.
it's close to.
Well, I guess
your
because-
question. It's under your Q&A. So
Well, I saw something on TV, and it looked like she had a hickey, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I haven't gotten or
a hickey
or
from
given.
Kanicki's like a Hallmark card.
Where's that from? I feel like that's familiar.
Grease.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
I should watch that.
it was so good that you didn't even know that. Come on,
Yeah.
the pink ladies, pinkies.
I haven't watched that movie in years. I probably only watched it once
And what
or
are the
twice
guys?
ever.
The guys are what? The Bluebirds, I think they are.
Yeah. It's like
John Travolta.
they're the greasers, basically,
Yeah.
which they actually called them. What was it? The Socias and the greasers in it's The Outsiders. Remember we had to read that book in school? I never read it.
I was going to say, I don't remember, and I certainly didn't read it.
It was actually a good movie, though, when I got older and could watch the movie. I don't know. I just saw something on TV, and the girl looked like she hated it, and I was like, God damn, that's like a thing of the past. Nobody really does that anymore.
I think it's trashy, kind of.
I do, too. I wouldn't give it to a girl, and I wouldn't want a girl to give it to me, so I get why it's gone. I haven't seen it
Yeah, I agree.
forever.
There's other ways to mark your partner, I guess, if you will, instead of leaving a fucking hickey on the neck.
Yeah, I guess so.
Of course, you could leave it in other, I guess it doesn't have to be on the neck.
There's one more thing on this list
Oh, I thought there was nothing.
to talk about, and then that's the end of the show. Do you
What?
remember
Says who?
me?
I'm having fun.
Are you?
Yeah, this is a blast.
Well, come up with some stuff to talk about then. Perfect.
I ain't got nothing.
I'll keep
this,
going.
this is the end of the show.
Yeah, that easy. If I can't keep it going, it's
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is his show. He keeps it going. He does.
I
all
just
the,
allow
does
him
all
on
the,
it.
Does all the editing.
Well, give us an idea then.
Does all the intro. Spends all the money on everything. He's got all
You
the
caught up with
ideas. He had the YouTube channel, so that's the only reason people follow us. He's just got it all. I'm just here for nothing.
Do something. Then.
Don't forget.
Talk then.
I've been talking for 2 fucking hours.
Well, you bring something. I'll talk back to you.
And then I'm like, okay, if I'm not on the show, what are you going to do? You're like, well, I have nobody to talk to.
I don't.
So you don't need me. You don't need me.
No, you make it funny.
Yeah, that's.
But
all
it'd be
I do
nice
is
if
funny.
I just can't come up with all the ideas all the time. I don't know what to come like. It's all like, what do I got on here? What was that one I was just going to bring up?
What was? I don't know.
You remember?
I cut you off and didn't let you finish.
Do you ever? Do you remember a story? Something your boss did to you? Do you ever remember any of them?
No.
Was there nothing, or
Like
you just
good or
didn't
good or
prepare? Bad, like bad, like. Well, I mean, it could be good, I guess, but I'm thinking like in my mind I had bad.
No.
Nothing. All right, good talk.
Yeah. No. I just.
There might not be. I don't know. Who knows? I do remember.
I have a hard time remembering fucking yesterday, much less years ago.
Me too. I remember years ago better than yesterday.
Sometimes.
Long term.
If you say something that triggers it,
Yes.
that's about the only time.
Then I do. Then I remember.
Do you have a memory of something that
I do. And you were involved in it. Remember?
Why was I involved?
We
in
were
it?
riding, or were you riding with? I think you were riding with me when I was doing construction with my step uncle, and I didn't realize it until afterwards. We're driving down the road. He had me take his truck, and I think you went with us.
Oh, I remember. This was right where I'm living now, almost.
Yeah, actually, right on that road.
We were taking a left at the end of that
Yep,
road in
yeah.
the ashtray.
Well, I looked down, and there was a joint in the ashtray. And what made me look down is there was a cop behind me, so I'm like checking his seatbelts on. And what am I doing for speed? And when I did that, I seen that joint in the ashtray, and sure as shit. Well, too. Also, I remember I didn't have my license, and this all kind of came up at one time. My license was suspended at that time, and I almost
Why was
didn't.
your license suspended? What'd you do?
Probably tickets or whatever. Probably the same reasons yours was that time in that story.
Probably.
But so my license was suspended. There was a joint in the thing, and at the time it wasn't legal. And and here's a cop right behind me. I'm like, holy
Fucked.
shit!
Straight fucked.
Never pulled me over, thank God. But that was probably one of the worst things
So
I
you
could think
ate
of.
that joint for nothing.
No, I think I just shut that. What did I do? You were there. I think I probably just shut it or ignored
I
it.
remember as soon as you started to say, but I don't remember. I don't think you did anything. You probably just pushed the ashtray shut, and that was it.
Well, that was like the worst
probably
thing. I get back.
We probably took a left, and he took a right, and we were like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm sure it came into it was nothing, or else I'd remember being in jail over it. Or
That's
whatever.
not really that.
I just
bad,
remember
though.
I was like, "You fucker, you had me go," because he had us take his truck to go get something, a toolbox or something. I
Why
remember.
was I with you though? I wasn't working with
Yes,
him.
you were for a little while, for like 3 or 4 days. You did. Remember, we were working at that
I
tanning
don't remember.
salon.
I remember being with you, but I don't remember that for some reason.
Yep. Because you were working at that tanning salon doing the ceilings in 20 Mall. It's still there, actually, to this day. And there was a job somewhere else that I can't remember where it was.
Maybe you're right. Yeah. Well, obviously you are. You seem to remember it, but yeah.
We were working there, and like halfway through the day, he must have needed some tool out of a toolbox. And he was like, hey, take my truck. You guys go get that toolbox from another job. So we took off to go do that for him. I want to say the other job was I was putting ceilings in the police academy over at the troopers barracks.
I wasn't with you on that one.
No, no. Then that was before. I think we had finished that one up, and then you started working with me at that 20 Mall thing, that tanning thing, and he probably sent us over there to get the rest of the tools or something, because them big job boxes, you can't lift them alone. They're big son of a bitches.
Then why'd you make me do it?
Oh, I needed somebody on that. You know how they got them 2 handles, one on each side?
I meant, why'd you make me pick it up by myself? I don't remember that.
Oh, I don't remember that either.
I don't either. I
don't even know if you could lift them things. Those things are heavy.
I just made that up on the fly.
Good job.
See, you told me to come up with my own.
You
See?
did. I got a treat for you here.
Yeah,
I'll give you a little treat.
Yeah, just give you just a little bit.
A little bit. Built like a tuna can or a half-eaten combo, but it's a treat.
Yeah. See, I could do it every once in a while.
I always remember that though. That was always like because I remember getting back.
I remember
said,
the joint thing, but I don't. It's so weird because I literally remember that, and I remember all that.
Yep.
But I don't remember because I was working with you. So I'm thinking in my head, why the fuck was I with you? And you're like, well, because you were working with me. Well, I don't remember that.
It didn't. I think
it's
you
so
were
weird.
like between jobs or something. It was like a temporary, like, hey, can I work for a couple days?
I'd work at a job for a month, and if the boss, I wanted a day off, and he was like, you can't take today off. I'd be like, okay, fuck you, I quit.
Yeah, well, we were both, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Remember leaving Peak when we worked for Peak? I can't remember why, but I feel like we just up and left because we were doing something the night before.
Probably did, but I can't remember why.
Back then, you don't have any response. You know, you didn't have kids. I didn't have kids. I didn't have a mortgage or nothing. Nobody had no rent payments or nothing. It was just easy to do that. It didn't matter. I miss them days. I mean, I don't miss living with my parents as well. Sometimes I do. It would be nice. Not have to worry about nothing.
You never know. Boy, you added a lot in here. I'm trying to read it all. Next time I'll have to look them over and be more prepared.
Oh, motherfucker. I told you. Well, I don't really care. I thought you'd want to. So
you don't tell me nothing.
What do you mean? It's in a note thing that you can literally look at yourself on occasion.
You don't tell me to do nothing.
I don't have to. All you got to do is look in there.
You're not my boss.
Oh, well, don't. Then just let me do it all. Then
Actually,
I'll come up with the idea.
I got a story what my boss did to me now.
Here we go.
He tried to tell me to read the fucking notes, and I didn't.
Jesus Christ, dumb story. Man, I need a fucking sound.
Now I come up with my own story, and you don't like it. It's not satisfactory.
I don't like it. Not satisfactory.
Okay.
Doesn't.
Well, then don't ask me for a story if you don't like my stories.
First of all, I'm not the boss. Second of all, so on that first part, I always ask you opinions and give you the opportunity to put your thought into it. But I don't listen to it. I didn't say I listen to it.
Exactly.
But I give you the opportunity. Well, I'll listen to about that intro. If that comes down to it and people don't like it, it's out as far as I'm concerned.
I hope people reach out to us to let us know.
Yeah, because we're kind of torn. Half the people I've asked don't like it. Half the people do. So,
in all fairness, though, I already told you. I mean, if you ended up using it, whatever. I don't really give a shit one way or the other.
Right.
I don't care for it.
Well,
I
it really don't matter to me either.
But if you were like, I really like it, I'm going to use it, I'd be like, okay. It's not like I'm going to be like, well, I'm not doing the show anymore because you changed it.
Right, it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that much to me.
Well, it ain't that big of a deal to me either. So I guess that's just why I figure let everybody else figure it out. I'll tally them up.
I guess it matters to them.
They're the ones that got to fucking hear it.
Exactly.
I could care less.
If they like it, so be it. We'll keep it. So that being said, make sure you guys use the email or Facebook to reach out to us and let us know.
Email at wesandmikepodcast.com.
We got
at gmail.com.
I think you have it on the Facebook, don't
you? I do, and I usually
plus I put it. It's in my link tree. I put it in there now.
I usually put it. God, your link tree is so unprofessional looking.
No, it's not. Look at it.
Oh, you fixed it?
Thanks to you.
He got a hold of me the other night. He says, "You look so professional," and I don't know why mine doesn't look professional.
Well, because you had like the headers and you got it all nice. I'm not tech savvy. Like I know a little bit of shit, but I mean, you've been doing these videos how long? I mean, you're well advanced compared to me. I don't know how to do this shit.
Take more time, and that's all.
Yeah, of course. And you're like, well, just Google it or YouTube it. But I'm like, geez, you know the answer. Just tell me. Why do I have to Google it? Just tell me the answer.
What else do I would do everything for you? I got to come up with the fucking articles. I got to come, except for today, the figure out the editing, the audio editing, the video editing, the cameras, the fucking desk, the plant here. came up with a plant.
So it's 50-50, you're saying?
Yeah. I come up with the ideas. You don't even come up with the fucking answers for them, and then you also want me to fix your own motherfucking link tree for you?
I do the most important stuff, the hardest part. Sitting here next to you for 2 fucking hours and trying to keep a conversation going with you.
I could see how that could be grueling.
I sit here gritting my teeth, just thinking I want to punch him right in his fucking mouth.
It'd be good for ratings.
Yeah,
probably. If you did it hard enough, they could actually hear it through this here.
Oh, they'd hear it.
They can hear me squeal like a pig afterwards.
Here we go to little piggy.
Oh, yeah, the little piggy.
Oh, why does it keep going to this?
Anyways, is there anything you want? I see you looking up something over there. Is there anything you want to talk about? Or, like, honestly?
I really don't have anything else that I really...
Because we're going on 2 hours. We went over the Thanksgiving stuff because Thanksgiving is when this is going to come out.
So that's good.
We went over the intro stuff, told people to get a hold of us. We went over the results of the sugar-free test, so now we don't have to talk about shit anymore in the podcast.
Oh, I'm sure we will, though.
I think we've covered basically all the bases. I think.
Fair enough. I agree. everything that you wanted to, I guess.
The next
what
one,
I'm seeing.
the next one will be next Monday.
It'll come out Sunday at midnight.
Yep. And I'm
So
glad
this
we
one's
decided
coming out
on
on
that.
Wednesday, right? Yeah.
This will be Wednesday. You're right. They won't be able to hear it till Thursday, though. Thursday morning.
It'll be good to wake up, start their Thanksgiving off, wake up, hear our arguments and our idiotic shit going on, and then they'll carry on dinner with their family and have a good time.
It's not something that
Hopefully, while they're sitting around the dinner table, they bring us up and
hear about the sugar-free candy.
recommend us, and maybe bring some sugar-free candies for desserts.
Yeah, if you guys want to pause it right when we get to the results of the sugar-free stuff, and then just play it for your family during dinner would be great.
What if they have a family member that they don't like though? Hey, I'm going to bring some sugar-free candies for
maybe they
dessert.
don't want right. Well, all right.
Hey, my buddies were telling us here in the podcast about how good they are, so try one.
Mm-hmm.
Could really mess somebody up.
There's some people I'm sure I would do that too. I feel like they would keep that in my mind.
Sneak it right in.
So anyway,
my grandmother one time, I'm so off the fucking wall with it. She didn't like her son's wife or girlfriend or something.
Mm-hmm.
She cleaned her toilet with her toothbrush, and then put it back.
Oh my God!
And never told her. That ass.
Wow, she told you that years later or whatever.
Through my father and stuff, I heard about it. My mother.
Holy shit!
Yeah, literally cleaned the toilet with her toothbrush, put it back, never told her.
That's like when cooks and stuff. And
well, you said you would lick one, so you would, and you would know you would do that. So if I cleaned your toilet with your toothbrush, what's it really matter?
I guess it wouldn't if I didn't know, but at least for licking it, I'd get $1 million. She didn't get shit. Oh, she probably did.
No pun intended, huh?
Oh my God! You gotta hate somebody real bad. That's not like just spitting in somebody's meal when you're the waitress and they gave you a hard time.
That's bad. That's bad. But hey, maybe she deserved it.
Maybe. Yeah, you never know. Maybe your grandmother was in the right on that.
I mean, I couldn't tell you. God rest her soul. She's passed now, so we can't ask her. But maybe she had good reasons for that.
I don't know if I'd bring it up even if I was alive. I don't know if I'd bring it up. Since I'm not alive.
Thanks for the idea. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keep your shit up and guess what you're getting, and you'll never even know.
Never know.
You let me come here when you're not here, so just keep that in mind.
You go to the bathroom when I'm up here.
Maybe a little eye drops in your water, so when you drink it, you thought the candies were bad.
That's why I don't brush my teeth. For this very reason.
Do you drink water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a cup of water right out of the toilet.
No. Just put some eye drops in it.
Oh, that makes you shit too.
Yeah, it does. You think the candies are bad?
Actually, can enough of that kill you? I thought I heard about somebody who was doing that prank and they actually killed the person.
I'd have to look up how much actually does kill you and then make sure I use that amount.
Oh, nice. Real nice. Mm-hmm. See, this is why I bust your balls, because I got to deal with this.
Of course, if I did that, then I wouldn't have anybody to edit and pick out our intro.
That's
so I'd
right.
get screwed.
That's right. Well, that's it. Thanksgiving episode is over. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And,
enjoy time with your family, make memories, eat lots, get fat and full.
Let us know if anything good happens. Email us or get a hold of us. I want to hear so we could put it on the show next time.
As usual, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support.
Yep.
If you haven't done so, please go check out the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, share the shit out of it for us.
Like I say, you don't even have to I just use it as another platform to listen to the show.
Just to get the name. Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't even watch. I can't watch two guys talk for 2 hours.
The more that we get the name and get ourselves out there, it's only going to be better for us. So
right.
That's all there is to it.
My eyes set on some new wires for these so that hum goes away.
I hadn't really noticed it this time.
No, you're right.
So
you're right. I guess I just had it in my mind from before. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. I'm sure Mike feels the same way.
Yeah, we say it every time, but seriously, guys, it's because of you that we keep doing this and that we're even able to. So thank you so much. We appreciate it so much.
And happy Thanksgiving.